Like this. Hit it.
The Roger Report live morning show, weekdays at 9 a.m.
Say y'all, I was on Roger's panel a few times and I couldn't take it. The heat. I got out the kitchen. It was hot. I was sweating. I had to get out.
He's Roger, and he's right.
Check this out.
We can live or die. You choose. I have spoken to you a lot of times in hatred and anger, and you have not heard me. Well, you had better hear me today. If you won't listen to me when I make an appeal for the Negroes because you have no concern for the Negroes, listen to me when I make an appeal for America. You claim you love America. Well, we love America. But you are driving us back and you are making a Samson out of us, and we are going to pull down the pillars. And then you think we have no right to ask for something? Is it too much to ask you to grant us human dignity? Should we be put down and shot to death for this request? If so, you can aim your guns. What the hell do you think we care about dying if you're going to deny us the right to live?
Good morning, folks, and welcome to another edition of the Roger Report Live, the best show on social media. If you are new to the channel, go ahead and take a moment out to hit that like button, because this is where you're going to find the best content on social media, and you don't have to worry about it because you're going to have me right here to make sure that happens. And if you've already been coming to the channel for a while, then go ahead, hit that like button, because you already know what time it is, and you know that this is where you're going to get the best content on social media. It's not a mystery to you at this point. You've seen other people do it. You've seen other people do it well. But what you have not seen is anyone do it quite the way I do it. So make sure you hit that like button, and everyone, yes, everyone, take a moment out to share the content, y'all. There are so many people who need to get great content like this, and it's just a small thing you can do to help the world be a better place. And isn't that what we want at the end of the day? Don't we want the world to be a better place? Of course we do. So share the content out. Share it through your social media. Share it through word of mouth, or even text someone's phone. But do what you got to do to help spread the word. All right, folks. Today we are going to be talking about a very, very much needed subject. Okay, something that people may question due to the title, but it's not like a subject that doesn't need to be talked about, because we are in a world where a lot of people just don't know what's real about what's real. Okay, we are going to deal with a simple thing. Well, should be simple, but it ain't. You know what I'm saying? That's the issue about black folks. Sometimes simple stuff shouldn't be. Simple stuff. Well, some things should be simple, but they're not. But we are going to talk about good men marry wives, dysfunctional men marry partners. Okay, yes, good men marry wives, dysfunctional men marry partners. But before I go too far into this, because this could go deep, but before I go too far into this, I want to take a quick moment out to recognize people who definitely should be recognized. There are supporters here at this channel that help me do what I need to get done, and I cannot do things without their support. At the end of the day, these are financial contributors of the Roger Report Live. Always good to give them extra big up. Now, don't get it twisted, y'all. I appreciate everybody for the views who give me views. I appreciate everybody who shares the content. Okay, I get anybody who advertises for the Roger Report Live. I appreciate all y'all as well. Okay, But there's also people who go beyond that and they give financial contributions. And of course, we cannot ever take that for granted. So all money on the wood is good over here at the Roger Report Live. And today we got to honor my main man, J Sark 1310. He is the sponsor of today's stream. And I tell y'all time and time again, all money on the wood is good over here at the Roger Report Live. So shout out to J Sark 1310. Appreciate you big time, my brother. Appreciate you big time. And I also want to give some shout outs to some of the first people to check in this morning, because when you start the show, it's always great to see people start coming right in when you start the show. But as y'all know, if you've been here, and you should be here, and everybody should get a chance to be what we like to call the Highlander of today's stream, the first one in, which today happens to be my main man, the Righteous Teacher. Glad to see you, brother. Glad to see you. I'm just laughing at his comment, y'all. I'm just laughing at his comment. Also want to give some shout outs to other folks checking in. We got Sarah B here. Sarah, you was close. Sarah, you was close. Okay. Hey, Sarah. Glad to see you here. Glad to see you here. Shout out to Inspired Truth Broadcast. Good to have you in the building. My main man, Trail Bentley, is here. Hashtag long live the habitual line steppers. Hashtag Negroes in the wilderness. Hashtag dignity over vagina. Hashtag Al Gore's baby. Hashtag Hell Hydra. Glad to have you, brother. Glad to have you. Always great to see you in the building. We got my main man, A.L. Evans here. Shout out to A.L. Evans. Yay. Glad to have you, brother. Glad to have you. What's going on? Okay. Good to see you, brother. Shout out to Afro Merchant is in the house. Great to have you, brother. Great to have you. And y'all, we like to, special shout out to my main man, the guy who helps keep things alive. He is the pit master we now have a pit crew thanks to my main man, Chef Mike's Roundtable. Appreciate you big time, brother. Appreciate you big time. Glad to have you in the building. Shout out to Wise Kid Man Cave checking in as well. Good to have you, brother. Good to have you. And we about to get started, y'all. We gonna deal with this subject: good men marry wives, dysfunctional men. Okay, y'all hear that? Dysfunctional men marry partners. Okay, now let's keep it real, y'all. I am not here to promote that anybody can see into the future. Okay, I'm not here to promote anybody can see into the future. Sometimes you can marry a woman who started off good, but unfortunately, she lives in the world same way you live in the world. And sometimes people get exposed to certain things and they decide to go down a different path. People can do that. So nobody can predict 100% for sure how something is going to make it, okay? Or if a couple is going to make it. That you just can't do that 100%. There's just no way to get that done. When it comes down to it, everybody gambling, okay? When it comes to relationships, it's a gamble. It's that simple at the end of the day. I know people want stuff to be easier and more perfect, but it ain't. It's just a gamble. Plain and simple, y'all. Plain and simple. But there's, some gambles are a little bit better than others. Okay. If you go to the casino and you play some poker, you are gambling. If you're a good poker player or even a decent poker player, you still gambling. You just had better odds than maybe winning the lottery. Okay. Lottery, so you got so little control, it's just more of a gamble at the end of the day. Okay. You may not bet as much, but your chances of winning ain't nowhere near the same as maybe winning a hand or two, even at the casino, with trained folks trying to do everything they can to stop you from winning. That lottery's something else. Okay. That lottery's something else. Just no control at all. Okay, at least you can control the cards in your hand if you're playing some poker. You can control the bluffs. You can control how you move. Make sure you don't get no tails. It's all gambling at the end of the day. Well, guess what, y'all? Relationships are a gamble. Now, because of the climate that we live in over here in America, shout out to all my people listening around the world. Okay, because there's other people who dealing with similar conditions that what we dealing in America. Black women want guarantees when they marry black men. Okay, let's just keep it real. Black women want guarantees when they marry black men as a collective. That is why the collective is not married. Okay, well, that's one of the major reasons why the collective is not married. See, there are some black women who are smarter than other ones. Okay, and stupidity is a choice, so you do what you want to do with that. But there are smarter women who actually marry a black man, and they took a gamble, just like everybody else got to take a gamble, and they are happy. Life is great, things are better for them, and they earned that because they were smart enough to take a gamble. Now the thing is, what kind of gamble you gonna take? Okay, what kind of gamble you're going to take? Because there's good gambles and then there's crazy gambles, where you have no real chance of winning. But the thing is, there are some women who are smart enough to gamble with a guy with great potential, and they just live better than most black women because they were smart enough to do that. Not saying the other women couldn't do it, because they could have. They had their chances. Okay, let's keep it real, y'all. If you're 22 years old, you didn't have chances. You just blew them all. All right? Okay? Now, this is the thing. If a woman makes it to the age of 22, if she's not already married, there's a high chance she is a loser. All right? There's a very high chance she's a loser. And if you don't know what I mean, over here at the Roger Report Live, I make sure it's clearly defined. A loser is a woman who made it to her 30th birthday and has never been married. That is an official loser. Okay? Not saying you're not a loser before that happened, but you're an official loser at 30 years old. I don't need to check on you. I don't need to hear your story. I don't care about your excuses. Once you make it to 30 and you have never been married, you a loser. All right? And I'm going to look at you as that way. And the only way that's going to change, somehow you got to get somebody to marry you at 30 and above, which a lot of people don't want to come out and say it. Well, the majority of men ain't going to do that. Okay? It's that simple at the end of the day. The majority of men just ain't going to do it. Women try to push these certain lines. We ain't doing it. Okay? Now I'm talking about the collective. Now you can say, well, I know somebody who got married, the first time, and she was 38 years old. You can say something like that, and maybe that's true. You might be lying, but maybe that's true. But obviously, most of us ain't got no 38-year-old woman who get married for the first time. So we ain't doing it collective. It's just not happening. Okay? It just is what it is. You feel about it how you want to feel about it, but it ain't gonna change the facts. Now, y'all, this is something that black men, y'all hear me? Black men need to be at the forefront of. There are wives and there are partners. It's that simple at the end of the day. There are wives and there are partners. All right? Now, nothing wrong with marrying a wife. But if you marry a partner, okay, you asking for something a little different as a heterosexual. Now, I understand there's some people out there who are part of the LGBT community, and when they get married, partnership is regular. Okay, cool. That's them. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about as a heterosexual male marrying a heterosexual female. I'm not talking about anything dealing with the LGBT, and I'm only clarifying that because we're saying the word partner, which is a term that LGBT folks who live an alternative lifestyle start using because they're not husbands and wives. So it makes sense that they would use something else. An alternative lifestyle, yeah, it makes sense that you would use an alternative term. Okay? It makes sense that you would use an alternative term. Makes all the sense in the world because they're not doing something that's normal. Okay? Cool. They should be left over there. But there are heterosexual people, who do dumb stuff. And we try to live like gay people. Okay? I don't know why. No, I mean, I do know, but it don't make sense that it's so many heterosexual, especially women, who want to live Well, they want the idea of living like an alternative lifestyle person. Now, this is the thing, y'all. The man, the good man, and you can go from good all the way up to great, however you want to do it. Okay, he gonna marry a wife because that's what his goal is. Now, I'm not saying there ain't some men who won't marry a partner. There's guys out here, especially guys who are raised in single mother homes, they would definitely marry a partner. But let's examine some of the differences between a wife and a partner. Okay. And let's examine some of the difference between the good man and the dysfunctional man. All right. As a brother who is respectable, productive, functional, and believe in the black man's leadership. Okay. I'm in one subsection of the black community here in America. Yep, I'm definitely talking about FBAs. Other blacks, if they rock with us at the end of the day, what I call the Obama blacks, all the blacks who not FBA, but they good black people at the end of the day, and a lot of them, there's some of them who will rock with us. I'll say this: there's some of them who will rock with us as FBA people, and they'll support some of the things we support. And then you have the other folks who can't stand us at the end of the day, and they bought into white supremacy and they're anti-FBA as well. Those happen too. Okay. But those of us who are FBA people and, the Obama blacks who not necessarily against us. Now, the folks who are against, they call them tethers at the end of the day. Now, any Obama black person, just meaning you don't have origin, your lineage don't come through FBAs. Those could be good or those can be bad toward us. It is what it is. Sometimes we could actually marry them. It ain't very likely because, to my understanding, most of those folks are told not to marry FBA black people. Okay, if you don't know what an FBA is, that's a foundational black American. Okay, now a lot of stuff amongst foundational black Americans is messed up. I'm just gonna keep it real. A lot of folks got some stuff messed up. But if you on my side, you're a good brother, functional brother, respectable brother, and you believe in black men's leadership, we have a community with our wives and the children that live in our homes. And there's a separate subsection of the black community where you have an anti-family, dysfunctional single mother community where you got a lot of people who probably ain't gonna never get married at the end of the day. Okay. But women want to get married. So even the women over there, they want to get married. But the issue is they want the brothers over here to marry. Okay. Now, I'm not saying they don't rock with the dysfunctional men. I'm not saying they don't rock with the dysfunctional men, but they prefer a good man to marry. And a good man ain't gonna match well with a dysfunctional woman. It just is what it is. Okay. So good men do what they can to avoid dysfunctional women. Now, I'm not saying every man gonna pick a perfect wife. I'm not gonna say a good man ain't gonna necessarily marry a dysfunctional woman by mistake. Anything can happen. You got folks who have marriages that are null. A lot of folks can't hide that they dysfunctional. Some dysfunctional women will try to pretend that they're good, but it comes out. Okay. And I'm not gonna say ain't none of them made it across the Nile. There are some people who got lucky enough to get across the Nile. All right. But at the end of the day, that marriage ain't gonna last because you got a good man with a dysfunctional woman. They just don't pair up. And that's just the thing, y'all. A lot of people want to believe they on the good side, but the truth is they're dysfunctional, and it's going to show. It's going to show. Now, good men are going to marry wives. Dysfunctional men will marry partners. Now, for example, okay, we sitting down, we eating. Couple comes in, right? We already sitting down and eat. Couple comes in. Okay. We short on seats at the moment. All right. Man wants to sit down, but his wife is still up. Dysfunctional man is probably going to sit down. Okay. We short on chairs now. We short on chairs. Dysfunctional man will probably sit down. All right. Hey, y'all, we got a seat over here that's available. You can sit here. Okay, cool, cool. Wife ain't sat down to eat yet, though. He'll probably sit down. Now, if you marry a dysfunctional woman, okay, it's cool. It is what it is. Okay. Now, you put a good man in the same situation. Couple comes in. We sitting down eating. We short on chairs. What's the good man gonna do? Hey, man, we got room right over here. You can sit here. Nah, Brian, my wife is still up, man. How about I stand and my wife sits down? See, that's how a man treats his wife. Now, if you are a partner, sure, the man can sit down and his wife can stand up because they're partners. All right. Now, is there anything wrong with the man taking a seat and his partner standing up while everybody eats? No, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. All right. And I know in people's heads that y'all might be saying, oh, that sounds crazy. No. There's literally nothing wrong with a man sitting down and eating with everybody, but his partner stands up and she has to eat while standing. That is perfectly fine. Now, why is that perfectly fine? Because she is a partner. She's not a wife. Okay. She is wife in technicality. You might be able to see a marriage license. They actually are quote unquote married. So she's technically a wife, but she's a partner. You ask her what she is, she's gonna say a partner. Ask her, does she have a husband? She'll say, I have a partner. Okay. Who's this guy? Okay. John here. Who's he to you? Oh, that's my partner. See, now technically he's a husband. You know what I'm saying? If you look at paperwork, but I'm not talking about the paperwork, y'all. I'm talking about the actions of the people. I ain't just talking about the paperwork. So a partner, or shout out to Trail Bentley, people who are involved in a civil union. See, it's fine for a partner to stand up while she's hungry and eat while her man sits down. They may be married. That's technically her husband. But if he want to sit down and eat, he should sit down and eat because she is a partner. Now, let's keep it real. If you are partnering with somebody, there's one chair available. Who should get the chair? Think about that, y'all. If there's two people who need the chair or they want the chair because they want to sit down and eat with everybody else who's sitting and eating, but somebody got to stand because we out of chairs at this point. Who should take the chair versus who should stand? Now, this is where black men got to learn to stop playing games with folks. Okay. If I have a partner, okay, see, watch this, y'all. Because when you're a man, you're going to do man stuff. Okay. It's going to come with the territory. If I got a partner and there's one seat available, we just came in. The seat going to whoever get there first. That's real talk. The seat going to whoever gets there first. See, I wouldn't work well with no partner because I'm going to treat a partner like a partner. And if there's two seats available, I'm hungry. I want to eat, but I don't want to stand while I'm eating. I don't want to hold my plate. I want to sit down like normal folks. Okay, it's only one seat left. So what am I going to do? I'm going to make my plate as quick as I can because I got a partner. So clearly she ain't finna make me no plate because I got a partner. Okay. All right. So I'm going to make my plate faster than her and then I'm going to sit down. It's that simple at the end of the day. Okay. Shout out to Mr. Me Too. I'm laughing at what he said. He said, yo, the Raj Report Live, they don't want partners anymore. They want their person. Well, their person is so vague, you know. You got, as a man, you got to be clear on what's going on. See, you either a partner or you a husband and a wife. And as a man, if I marry a partner, I know she not making my plate. So there's no way in the world I'm about to leave that seat available for her. I'm going to get my plate, make my own plate, and I'm sitting down first. Why? Because I want to sit down. And when everybody looks at me talking about, man, you not going to stand for your wife? No, that's my partner. That's what I would do. Because I don't want to fake the funk like that, y'all. I understand people do certain things like fake it till you make it or whatever, or present yourself a certain way until you get in that position and things like that. We married, man. We know we partners. We said that. We agreed to a partnership. If you agree to a partnership, I'm moving like a partner. Whoever get there first got the seat. It's that simple. Okay? So what would I do? I would come in, see that everybody already sit down eating. Yeah, y'all plenty of food available, plates over there, drinks over there, blah, blah, blah. Cool. I'm immediately at the bathroom. I'm immediately washing my hands. Okay. I ain't saying I wouldn't greet people as I come in, but if you're sitting down eating, I ain't finna give you no hug. I ain't finna dap you up. You sitting down eating. So I'm immediately beeline into the washroom, washing my hands. Boom, I'm out there making my plate. Before she even can figure out what really to do, I'm already in motion. Why? Because there's one seat left. And I got to beat her to the seat. Real talk. I got to beat her to the seat. Now, me, knowing me how I am, I'm probably going to come out the washroom. Baby, why don't you wash your hands so we can eat? Okay, that sound good, right? Don't that sound good? Baby, why don't you wash your hands so we can eat? The only thing I'm doing is getting her to go away from the table. So she, that's why I'm saying, why don't you wash your hands so we can eat? I don't care if other people sat down and didn't wash their hands or whatever the case is. I'm only saying to her, baby, why don't you wash your hands so we can eat? Because now I just told you that in front of everybody. So realistically, what is a woman going to do? Realistically. Not that I'm technically putting her on blast, because we obviously with family and friends, you hear that, you got to go wash your hands, because I just said in front of everybody, okay? You got to go wash your hands. Now, while you wash your hands, what am I doing? I'm fixing my plate so I can sit down and eat. Now I got the last chair. And if anybody says to me in any setting, man, bro, you going to sit and make your wife stand? I'm going to be like, we partners. Don't worry about it. It's good. Now, of course, the first time somebody sees that happen is probably going to start some form of conversation. And what would I do? Well, I would just say, look, it's fine, y'all. She insisted that she wanted a partnership. She didn't want a normal relationship where I'm looked at as a husband and she's looked at as a wife. She rejected that. She said she wanted a partner. So I finally agreed to be her partner. This is how partners move. First come, first serve, baby. It is what it is. A partner has the same responsibility that I have. So what kind of man are you if you marry a partner? Now, I'm not going to say nothing about your manhood. I'm just making the question. I'm just asking the question. What kind of man going to marry a partner? And if you're going to marry a partner, are you going to be a partner for real? Because if we partners, man, that chair mine. It is what it is. Because, baby, why don't you wash your hands so we can eat? I'm going to say that. Okay? Because I got to beat my partner. All right? Because there's only one thing available. It goes to whoever get there first. Yeah, I understand people going to say something and ask them questions. And I'm going to tell them, hey, she wanted partnership. That's what she got. So as far as a partnership is concerned, if there's one seat available, whoever get there first. Now, let's keep it real. A husband not going to do that to his wife. A husband would have to have a medical issue before he takes a chair from his wife. Hence, good men marry wives. Dysfunctional men marry partners. Now, this is the thing. For the sake of the episode, and so people really get it, okay? So people really get it. I'm not taking no shots at any man who becomes a partner. But see, you ain't gonna play with me like that. If you gonna call me a partner, I'm gonna treat you as a partner. As a partner, ain't no I stand up because you a woman. Ain't none of that. All right. We partners, right? Okay, so example, mortgage $1,200 a month. I'm paying $600, you paying $600. Because we partners. Ain't no discussion about that. I don't want to hear nothing about I'm short or whatever the case. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm paying my $600, you pay your $600. It's all good. It's simple as that. Hey, baby, I'm a little short on the mortgage this month. What am I gonna say? See, if I'm with a partner, what I'm gonna say if you tell me you short on a mortgage? Okay, what am I gonna say? Baby, look, I mean, if you short, I don't know, just give them some extra money when you get paid. That's probably what I'm gonna say. If you're short, give them some extra money when you get paid, because that's gonna add on to the interest because you're paying it late. You know what I'm saying? Just when you get paid, make sure you pay the extra money, because we don't want to add nothing on to the back end of the mortgage. So instead of giving them $600, why don't you give them $700, $800? I would say give them $800 to be safe. Okay. Because that's how you should respond to your partner. My partner is buying a home with me. Okay. My partner is. Okay. Or I say, well, baby, how much you got? Okay. How much you got? Well, instead of my $600, I only got $400. Well, baby, this is what we'll do. I'll only pay $400 too. And when we're ready to catch it up, we'll catch it up together. So we good. Well, baby, that's gonna make us short. If we only paying $400 a piece, that's only $800. We supposed to pay $12. That means we $400 short. Don't worry about it, baby. When you come up with yours, I got mine. I'm good. My money cool. You ain't got to worry about mine. Well, why don't you just pay my $400 if your money good like that? Because we partners, baby. That's why we partners. Baby, I'm in this with you. Okay? I agreed to be your partner. So I'm in this with you. If we gonna either get this house together or we gonna crash and burn this thing together. However it turned out, I'm with you because we partners. Now, of course, a lot of men ain't never been. Well, I know these type of things people ain't never really thought about for sure. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot. At least I seriously doubt it, because I just ain't never heard men talking like this. I just ain't never seen it. Okay. Hopefully somebody has, but I ain't never seen it. Okay. But I'm just keeping it real with you. If we partners, we partners. If you short 400, I'm short 400. And when you ready to make up the 400, I'm ready to make up the 400. Because we're partners. Now, let's look at it if this is happening to a husband and wife. Well, husband and wife, okay, we got a joint account. My wife ain't got to worry about did we pay the mortgage or not, because I'm just going to pay it out of our joint account. Okay? There's nothing to worry about at the end of the day. Okay? It's going to be straight, because I'm not nickel and diming my wife. My wife has an allowance. Here, baby, you spend this, do whatever you want with it. I ain't worried about that money. Why? Because we got a joint account to take care of us. Now, everybody should get an allowance and do some stuff they want to do and buy some things they want to have. As long as you fit it in your allowance budget, do you? Okay? I don't care if you buy a rocket ship. If you can get out your allowance money, do you? Okay? Do you? Go to the moon if you need to. Come on back. But do you? All right? Because we have a joint account that we're going to get all the bills paid out of. We straight. Is what it is. Now, shout out to Sarah B. She said, Roger, you make us mad as hell with your logic. Oh, is that what I do? Is that what I do, Sarah B? I ain't even know. Real talk. I ain't even know. Okay. My thing is, I'm just trying to make sure the world is a better place. That's all I'm doing, man. I'm making sure the world is a better place. And I ain't going to play with folks like that. Not me. Okay, shout out to Dolomite. I think Dolomite kind of going in a direction that I'm thinking myself. I'm gonna see how Dolomite finna say this right here. He say that partnership is a Jedi mind trick. It's a Jedi mind trick, or it's a Jedi mind trick to trick men into the relationship. Then it'll go from splitting the bill. Then the next thing you know, you paying everything. Well, I'm not gonna say you ain't right, Dolomite. I'm not gonna say you ain't right. There's a lot of men who've been through that exact same situation. See, this is my thing. We as men, we are the leaders. Whether we like it or not, we are the leaders. The leader is supposed to dictate terms. You have to stop letting people dictate terms for you as a man and start dictating the terms yourself. See, this is where men got to look in the mirror. Okay? Now, if I agree to be a partner, I'm not doing extra. It's that simple at the end of the day. If we agree to a partnership, ain't no extra for me to do. My wife would call me, okay, on this technicality that she's a wife, right? But she want a partnership though. So she gonna call me and say, baby, I got a flat tire. Okay. I'm like 10 miles from the house. What am I gonna say? Oh, okay, baby. So I guess you'll be late. Cool. You know what I'm saying? All right, I guess you should call a tow truck or something like that. Okay. You know, and knowing me, I'd be like, baby, I'm sure the car came with a jack. Just go to the trunk. You know what I'm saying? Where the when you open up the trunk, if you lift up that floor area of the trunk, okay, I'm pretty sure there's a jack in the car. You can just change the tire. Now she might say, well, I don't know how to change no tire. Don't worry about it, baby. I'll walk you through it. Okay. Don't worry about it, baby. I will walk you through it. Do y'all hear that? Don't worry about it, baby. I will walk you through it. Why? Because we're partners. Partners are supposed to help each other. Okay? Partners are supposed to help each other. But a partner is responsible for things just like I'm responsible for things. Okay? So if I married a partner, I got to do something. And what is that something? I got to tell you how to do it yourself. Why? Because I can't do it with you. Because if I did it with you, we're not partners. Because I don't need no help with my tire. I already know I do that. Okay, I don't need no help. All right. Now, what I need to do is, as a partner, is make sure you're just as capable as I am in all facets of our life. That's what I need to do if I'm with a partner. All right. Now, me as a man, I'm smart enough not to marry somebody who wants a partnership. All right. Y'all ain't gonna never hear me advise. And even all the channels that I've done, y'all have never heard me one time advise a man to marry a partner, unless y'all on some alternative lifestyle stuff. Now, if you a dude and you like men, and you know what I'm saying, yeah, marry a man that's a partner. That makes sense to me. Okay, that makes total sense to me because you're two men. Y'all should fully be able to depend on each other, and y'all supposed to have full capability of doing something. That's what partners do. All right. But because I'm not part of the LGBT community, I would never marry a partner. Why? Because I'm not looking for failure. We all got to deal with failure when it comes to life. You know, ain't none of us going to get around here and just everything go perfect for us. So what should we be doing? We should be actively trying to avoid failure. All right. That's what we should be doing. Now, is that what everybody's going to do? Not necessarily. People going to do what they want to do. All right. But we should actively be trying to avoid failure. But if I marry a partner, How is that supposed to work? How can I do anything other than fail? You know, how can I not fail? I'm marrying a partner. Now, let's just keep it real about heterosexual females right now. Let's just be real about it. Okay? A heterosexual female who claims she's a partner will not keep up her side of the bargain. Can we just be honest about that? Okay? A heterosexual female who claims she wants a partnership, she's not going to keep up her side of the bargain. Now, if you're a good man, why would you put a woman in a situation that you already know she ain't going to be no good in? There's no such thing as a wife who's a partner that's a good wife. Okay? You can technically be a wife if you go sign some paperwork. We can't say you're not technically a wife, but it's only out of a technicality. Because what partner is a good wife? There is none. You know, even when you hear men explain stuff, because there are some men who gonna kowtow, but if you hear men explain stuff about, hey, my wife is a partner because they're trying to please people, if they actually tell about their relationship, their wife is not no partner. She ain't nothing close to a partner. A partner takes on full responsibility. A partner takes on full consequences. Okay, half of this is me, half of this is you. Ain't no it's half when it's convenient. It's a little bit more if I like it, and it's a lot less when I don't like it. That ain't how partnership works. Okay? That's just not how partnership works. If you have a man do something with you, y'all expect both of y'all to be responsible. Both of y'all expect both of y'all to be responsible. Okay? There's partnerships where two men go into business together. They're not looking for the other person to only work when it's convenient. Both of them expect both of them to be responsible. Okay? Both of them expect both of them to be responsible. If both of them don't have that same expectation, what happens with that partnership? It crumbles. It fails. Oh man, I thought you was gonna do it. That ain't how that ain't how a successful company gets off the ground. By somebody always saying, "Oh, I thought you was gonna do it. Oh, I thought you was gonna do it." The only way that happens if they lay out terms about what they're specifically going to do, and both people expect the other person's job to be done. Ain't no, I only expect your job. I only expect you to do your job when you feel like it. Ain't none of that. There is no successful partnership like that. So, good men are going to marry wives. Dysfunctional men will marry partners. Because dysfunctional men going to buy into nonsense. Let's keep it real. How can you be a dysfunctional man if you haven't bought into the nonsense? That's what makes you dysfunctional. Accepting nonsense. As a man, you're supposed to be doing everything you can to not be dysfunctional. Just like a woman should be doing everything she can to not be dysfunctional. All right. Now, shout out to Dolomite. Dolomite says relationship is built on trust. But the thing is, trust in what? Because you should have trust in your relationship. And if I trust somebody, I trust them to do their part. If we're partners, we got the same part. Now, we can lay out specific items if we want to do it that way. You can do a partnership that way. But if you take on cooking and cleaning, then I expect you to cook and clean all the time. I don't expect to ever come home and stuff is dirty and food ain't cooked. I didn't feel like it tonight. The only way that don't happen is if I call you and say, hey, don't worry about cooking tonight. I'm taking us out to eat. You see what I'm saying? But who gonna cook 365 and not stop unless somebody say don't do it? you're gonna have real things happen. Well, I just didn't feel like it tonight. Well, if we partners, I expect you to do it whether you felt like it or not. I don't care about how you felt. We're partners. Your feelings are not for me to think about. That your feelings are your feelings, and they're for you to deal with, not for me to deal with. A good partnership, you handle your responsibilities unless something happens involving a death or a hospital visit. If ain't no death and ain't no hospital visit, there is no I don't feel like it. There's only I didn't handle my responsibilities because I'm not being a good person today. Plain and simple. I just don't want to be a good person. I don't want to do my part. I don't respect you enough to do my part. Okay. Now I understand if somebody literally died this close to you. I get that. You crying, you sobbing and weeping. I totally get that. I definitely understand if you go to the hospital yourself, or you know what I'm saying, or somebody close to you end up in the hospital and you immediately gonna go see that person. I totally get all that. And I understand if you died, you didn't get your job done. But anything outside of that, I don't get it. It's just you was supposed to do this. You didn't do your part. The same way I expect if I don't do my part, somebody gonna come at me because my part ain't done. Because we're partners. Ain't no excuses, man. I don't want to hear all that. If it don't include an actual death and it doesn't include an actual hospital visit, I don't want to hear it. Okay? See, that's how I make sense of the world, y'all. Ain't no excuses. There's literally no acceptable excuse. I was taught as a child that excuses are worth 2 dead flies. There are no excuses that I'm going to accept. If I don't do something, I didn't do it because I just didn't do it. I ain't got no excuse for you. Now, if you want to hear the reason or something that I came up with, I can tell you. I can just tell you what it was, but I didn't do it because I didn't feel like it. Okay, I didn't do it because, hey, I wanted to play video games. I didn't do it because I wanted to watch a movie. I didn't do it because I wanted to go out with this chick. I didn't do it because of this. I didn't do it because of that. Ain't gonna be no excuse. I tell you why. I just didn't do it, but ain't no excuse. You just want to know details why I didn't do my part? Sure, I can tell you, but ain't no excuse. I ain't got no excuse for you because I don't accept excuses. Just you can give me a reason why you just chose to do something else. Because to me, in my world, there is no excuse. Point blank, period. If ain't nobody went to the hospital, ain't nobody died, I don't want to hear it. That's just real talk. But my main man, AL, then came up. So let's see where he gonna go with his perspective on this. You have the mic, my brother. How you doing?
I'm gonna be short and brief, seeing as how I'm still on my own self-imposed suspension. There's no such thing as partnerships in a marriage. It's called husband and wife only. And I only came up here because I asked you respectfully to read what I put in the chat so the chat can understand where you were coming from. Because I am a self-admitted jackass, and I wanted them to know. But you chose to do like you always do, mull over me.
No,
Everybody
I just didn't see it, but I don't read every comment while I'm, especially while I'm by myself talking. I don't read every comment. Yeah, that's all. But okay, no problem. I get you though. Go ahead though. Continue. My bad.
No. I really want you to read it because they need to know. They need to know. I need you to scroll all the way on back up there
Okay.
and read.
Okay, I'm scrolling back. All right. You're probably not talking about this first comment.
Yeah.
You didn't write Roger twice, bro. Now, hello. Okay. Say hello to the biggest. Okay. You're not talking about the first comment you made. Let me see.
I am talking about the first comment I made.
The first comment you made, it say, you didn't write. You didn't write. I did, Roger. Twice, bro. Okay, you're referring to your marriage. You said, now say hello to the biggest Jack A in Texas. Me, fool, with your laughing emoji. That was the first thing, the first comment I see.
Yeah, that's basically it. Yes. Okay, because like you were saying, good men marry wives, dysfunctional men marry partners. Okay, now to that, I'm a man who believes in the sanctity of marriage. I married my wife. I married her. She chose to play the role of thinking she was in a partnership. not a marriage. So that doesn't fall on me, sir. That falls on her. But I'll take accountability for the simple fact I married that cow. I didn't rent it. I bought it. Not once, but twice. That cow chose not to eat on the cud or the pasture that I had laid out for her. Did not want to lay out manure on that pasture so it can regenerate so she can keep eating and didn't want to go to the well and drink the water that I laid out for. So guess what? That water was there for me and her. I'm gonna drink from that well. If she chooses not to, that's not a me problem. That's a her problem. So I don't have no qualms with how it went down. I went in it doing the right thing. She chose to want to be on an individual tip, as most feminist women love to do. And they think the world revolves off of a feminist mindset. But little do they know, at the end of the day, they always crash out and burn because when they have to come back and live in the world of reality and how the scripture was written and wrote and taught, and for us to be led by, they choose to walk away from all those scriptures, all those passages. They don't want none of that, but then they wonder, why is my life like it is? Take a good look in the mirror. I digress. Peace out.
Well, I'm gonna say this, brother. Now, when you say that, let's keep it real. You said you went in so you could be a husband to a wife. She went in trying to be a partner to a partner. But of course, those two worlds ain't gonna mix well. So what happened? Y'all separated. So she's single now because of her poor decision making. She should have got on board with being a wife and stopped trying to be a partner. Point blank, period. So she messed up. And then you gave her a second chance and she messed up again. And she ain't got no husband now, I would assume.
She don't. She don't.
So, but the thing is, you didn't go looking for a partner. You wanted a wife. And the thing is, because you was looking for a wife, but she wanted to be a partner, it can't work. How is that gonna ever work well together? It just don't, because you know, it's two different worlds collide. And they're totally diabolically opposed against each other because partners don't do what husband and wives do. As a husband, I'm gonna stand there while my wife sit down because I'm the husband, she the wife, she gonna get that privilege at the end of the day. As a partner, ain't nowhere in the world I'm gonna save a seat for my partner. My partner got to get out how they live. If you can't get it before me, just is what it is. I won this time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it goes to this. Husband and wives belong to heterosexual couples. Partnerships belong to LBGTQ, LMNOP, and whatever else they want to be. And you were right with what you said. That foolishness started when one stupid president decided, I'm going to give these fools the ability to marry themselves, to couple themselves up. Why would you do that? That goes against biblical scripture. And hold on, this is the same man who put his hand on a Bible and swore to uphold all the laws and values held true to the Constitution. But he decided, let me appease the minority. And what has the minority decided to do? Turn into a goddamn tsunami and overtake all of land as we speak by saying we go saturate everything with this buffoonery.
Oh, okay, but see, this is the thing. Those are political things. Now, technically, because they live in America, they should have a right to marry each other because America is not supposed to put something on you. You're able to practice whatever religion you want to. So to put something on folks who can't get married, you're being biased against them. But my thing is, it has nothing to do with anything political. If you are an LGBT person, it makes sense to do a partnership because it's two men marrying each other, or it's two women marrying each other for the most part. Or, you know what I'm saying? Then, maybe possibly you got some bisexual people who get married, but you start getting into all kinds of mess. But it makes sense for them to be partners because they're not looking for someone different. They're looking for someone that is the same. If you're looking for something that is the same, it makes sense to have a partnership because you live an alternative lifestyle. If you live a normal lifestyle, it doesn't make sense to act like you're in an alternative lifestyle. So the political implications don't mean anything. The issue is black men don't make black women just stick to what they claim. If you gonna claim you a partner, treat her as a partner. And that's it. And if I treat you as a partner, there is no special privilege. You got to get it for yourself. So if my partner say, my tire went out, I'm 10 miles from the house, my response is, I'm going to walk you through how to change your tire. Because partners are supposed to look out for each other. You know what I'm saying? Partners supposed to have each other back. I got her back. I'm going to tell her how to change her tire. But ain't no getting up for me and coming out to change the tire for her because we partners. If I was with, I mean, has anybody, I don't know how everybody live, but I'm going to say this, y'all. I remember the first time I did some stuff. You know what I did? I called my dad for a walkthrough. If he ain't had to get up and come, he just told us how to do it. Okay. Yeah, man, the car went down. How do I get the tire changed? Man, go on to the back of the car in the trunk, put it up. It's going to be a jack right there. Cool. Take off the hubcap. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see the lug nuts. You know, take the lug nuts, walk me through it. I don't need to walk. I don't need to go get no partner because they got a flat tire. I don't need to do that. Changing the tire is too easy. It's too easy.
Roger, I will do you one better. You know, that walkthrough crap. Every time you go to the back of that trunk of any standard vehicle and you pop it and you look, you're going to see a whole detailed written signage explanation telling you how to change a tire, how to change that specific tire on that vehicle. And okay, they're the most educated. They're the most brightest. They're the smartest. Well, guess what, sugar? Show me you understand. You went through the RIF program. Reading is fundamental. Get to reading the back of that trunk where the signage says on how to change that tire and figure it out. That's about the most I would have told her at that moment. Since we partners, right? We partners. I got your back, right? Like you say, I got you. Read everything from stem to start. And if you forget a step, go back and repeat everything. You'll figure it out. I don't care if it's raining outside. I don't care if it's a blizzard. Figure it out.
I'm gonna say this. I can't say you wrong. I would do a little bit more because we're partners, and my thing is I want to treat my partner the way I want to be treated. So I would do a little bit more, but I cannot say you wrong. You're absolutely 100% correct. If you say, hey, the solution to your problem, all you gotta do is go pop the trunk, lift this up. It's a whole manual. They'll tell you step by step what to do. Technically, you are correct. You know what I'm saying? I would do a little bit more, but I cannot say you wrong. But see, my thing is there's a point that a lot of black men don't do. If she claims she's a partner, treat her as one. All that partner stuff dry up when they actually got to be a partner. I don't know if y'all been around women who actually was made to be a partner and probably haven't been because most men ain't gonna make her do it. I've had plenty of women and they tell me this is what they want and I make them stick to what they said. If they don't like that, their own setup. It is what it is. And if they get mad at me because this is the setup they asked for, I just dump them. Real talk. With this we ain't finna get nowhere. I can't even really say dump because they really never even made it to being a girlfriend. I just started treating them the way because I asked women at the beginning how you want to do this. Because I want you to clearly define what you expect out of me, and I need you to understand what I expect out of you. So if you say you want a partner, cool, I'll give you a partner, but it ain't my fault you don't like it. And I'm not going to let you renege on it. See, that's the thing. I ain't letting you renege. All right? This is not something you didn't understand. This is not something you can't control. Ain't no reneging. No, if you want to be a partner, we're going to be there. But as a partner, I ain't got to get up and do X, Y, Z. And when, you know, what women going to say, yo, the most they can say is, well, another man to do it. Yeah, but I'm not that man. You told me you want a partnership, and that's what I'm getting you, a partnership. This what you asked for. Don't be mad at me about it. But I got my main man, Tunnel Runner, who done slipped up here. So let's let Tunnel Runner get the mic and see where he goes with it. Go ahead, Tunnel Runner. How you doing, brother?
How you doing, sir?
Doing fantastic, man. It's fantastic. There's a lot of partners out here.
Yeah, I hate that because I'm not looking for a partner. I'm looking for a wife. I want that wife, and I make sure I got a wife because when it comes down to it, all this partner talk, it never works out. They always, when somebody bumps in the night, and I grab my baseball bat, they don't want to grab the softball bat and come down there with me. That will always separate you. But a wife, I'll take care of a wife. I'll go down there by myself because she has some duties, and that's what they're going to want to get away from, the duties of a wife. So you have to get a wife if you want a wife because there are some duties that you're supposed to do and she's supposed to do. But when they say that partner word, then they start saying they want you to do some of their duties most of the time.
Hey, Tunnel Runner. That's all well and fine and dandy with all, and everything you saying, I'm on board with. Just don't get the bragging, brother. Don't get the bragging, because I done told you once, I done told you 1,000 times. I don't want to hear you brag about this wife of yours not now no more. You keep your good thing to yourself. Us mere meager mortals, we don't need to hear about your bliss. I know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's why I always say yes, we can, because we all can. But yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, let me throw this out there then, because you may not know, but let me throw it out there, man. I literally asked Tunnel Runner to brag about his wife because
The hell you say? No,
I'm
we
telling
not
you, I'm
having
telling you
it
what
no
I've
more.
done. I'm
No
telling you what
more.
I've done.
No more. For real, no more. 'Cause This brother here, he goes above and beyond to let us all know how blissful his life is at the moment. And
Hey,
frankly, so it sickens me. It just sickens me.
hey, man, Tunnel Runner is an example of what we could have. I'm just saying, he's he's an example of what we could have. It's available if we
Next
want to
thing
fight
you know,
for it.
you gonna be next thing you know, Rod, you gonna be lobbing the habit space imprinted on the next new dive. Tunnel Runner, the success story. Hell no.
Hey, man, I mean, he doing it, man. He went and got him a foreign, brought her on back, and everything working out.
And I'm happy for him, Roger. And Tunnel Runner, know I'm happy for him. But what I ain't happy about is him spreading the gospel of how good he got it. I don't want to hear that shit. I lost in this game. He didn't.
Well, we all got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to celebrate life at the end of the day. That's all. You got to celebrate life a little bit, you know? And it ain't got to be personal because we all should want to see each other win. You know what I'm saying? So if Tunnel Runner won, I got to celebrate his victory. Why? Because there ain't no reason for me to be mad about his victory. He won us at the end of the day. So, you know, I'm just saying in the good spirit of
You can brag on Tunnel Runner. You can brag on Tunnel Runner. I can brag on Tunnel Runner. BTS can brag on Tunnel Runner. Back Cruz can brag on Tunnel Runner. But what Tunnel Runner can't do is brag on himself. That do not happen.
All right, well, we'll finish this conversation off here. But I'm gonna say shout out to Tunnel Runner's wife. Okay, she's doing a fantastic job. We hear great things, so shout out to her.
Shout out to Tunnel Runner's wife. Tunnel Runner gonna say shout out to his wife. I'm content. I want to hear it. I don't.
All right, so yeah, but moving on though, moving on. You know, this is I think a critical issue for Black men. You know, that we really not need to start doing and we need to take seriously. We got a major issue with the fact that we don't treat women like partners. They say they want to be partners. You get involved with the women. They start doing all this partner stuff, but you keep trying to treat her like a wife. Now, what happens at the end of the day? Well, automatically she winning at that point. Because you got all this responsibility that comes on you because you view yourself as a husband. If you're not married yet, you're trying to show her you're a husband or whatever the case is, or you're being a husband because that's just who you are as a man. But you got this person is treating you like a partner. And that sucks at the end of the day. When you're a husband to a partner, it just sucks because you're doing too much. There's too much responsibility because when you are a husband, there's certain things you don't allow your wife to have to deal with. And let's keep it real. I mean, Tunnel Runner just said it right there. It's a strange noise downstairs. Tunnel Runner gonna get the bag. He ain't expecting his wife to get up out the bed and see what's going on. He gonna handle that himself because he don't have no partner. He got a wife. But let's keep it real. If I got a partner, at the very least, you coming down with me. That's real talk. We don't know what's going downstairs. You better get up. I don't want to hear nothing about, well, you a man, why don't you go handle it? You better get up, bro, before I knock you right now. If you ain't gonna help me fight them, I'm fighting you. I'm fighting them second.
Because we in a partnership, right? Right, Roger? She said we in a partnership. So if we in a partnership, you better get your ass up and let's go.
Exactly.
You got a left and a right, just like I got a left and a right. Get busy, chick. Get busy.
Now, real talk. What would you do? We all grew up. Okay. What would you what would you do if you and your friend was in danger and y'all quote unquote about to get jumped and your friend just take off on you and don't do nothing to help? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all ain't cool. How we gonna be cool tomorrow? We get back to school. I got jumped by 6 dudes and you just took off. You ain't tell nobody I got jumped. You ain't gonna get no help. Come back. You ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? At least you had a hope that you gonna come back to help. You ain't do nothing. I'm talking about you just went to the crib. You think we gonna get back to school tomorrow? Everything just cool? Ain't no way in the world everything just cool after that. Cause what's the first thing I'm gonna do when I get back? Now I'm all battered and bruised up. You know what I'm saying? People ask me, well, what happened? Yeah, man, it was like 6 dudes that jumped me, man. Well, really, they jumped us. Derek was there. I don't know what happened to Derek, man. I don't know what happened. Now let Derek come into the classroom talking about, dang, bro. Man, they tore you up. And the first thing I'm gonna say was, yeah, bro, what happened to you? I ain't even see you. You know what I'm saying? Once we got done, I ain't even see you, bro. I don't even know, bro. I don't even know what happened to you. I ain't even see it. What happened to you, bro? Oh, nothing. I got little. I was gone. What? Yeah, Joe, they never got me. You ran? Yeah, man, they never touched me. That's why I'm good. What y'all think I'm gonna do? And I know what more than likely what y'all would do if that was your situation. Ain't no in the world you finna let Derek sit there and tell you he ran off on you, and you over there worried about him and what happened to him because you didn't even see what happened to him, and he come in there, it's 5th period, y'all finally got a class together. He talk about, man, I'm gone. They never touched me.
Your partner Derek finna catch a couple of lumps in their classroom in front of their class.
Yeah, right. Ain't no way in the world you just finna let that ride. Ain't no way in the world you about to just let that ride. So it just is what it is. Okay. Now, shout out
Roger,
to Truth.
You took 4 of them down, and last 2 got you. And Derek is just looking on the sidelines. Damn.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Now, and my thing is, bro, if I find out I was in there by myself and you coming in fresh and smooth, you ain't got a knot on you or nothing, ain't no bruise, no black eye. I'm sitting there, black eye, you know what I'm saying? Ribs hurt, all kinds of stuff. And you talking about they never touched me. I took off. And you ain't getting no help. You ain't called nobody. You ain't do nothing. Nah, man, I went to the crib. Boy, I'm gonna wear you out. Real talk.
Nah. You got me when you said that fool got small. He got small real quick.
That's what we used to call it back in the day in Chicago. Well, we say get little. You know what I'm saying? Getting little mean you of course you're running, so you're gonna seem smaller in the distance. You know what I'm saying? That's what we used to say. So, but if you do that on your own and you left me and ain't said nothing, ain't called nobody, ain't go get no help, that's a problem when I see you. So, you know what I'm saying? Unless I'm too beat up to beat the brakes off you at that moment, I'm wearing you out when I see you.
I wish I would come visit you off of 43rd in Chicago and you get little on me. I bet you when I get back to where you at, it's gonna be big problems in little China. Big problems. I guarantee
it. And that's because real talk, you expect your partner to do something. And that's just how it goes down. See, if your wife is if your wife is with you and you got to take on 6 dudes, you take on 6 dudes. and you will tell your wife to run. But if I got a partner, I expect her to help. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. If I'm married to a woman and 6 dudes mess with us, I'm going to tell her to get out the way, try to get away from it. You know what I'm saying? Jump in the car, take off, whatever you got to do. I'm going to handle this. And that's cool that she left because I told her to leave so I can protect her. But if I got a partner, Shorty, you better be swinging. Truth be told, I'm going to feel better if you swung before I did. Because ain't nowhere in the world you my quote-unquote partner, but you ain't throwing some hands. It just is what it is. And if you don't throw no hands, I'm going to come home and I'm going to treat you as a partner. I'm throwing hands at you for not helping. Because we're not going to just get past this and be okay tomorrow or next week. That's not happening. You didn't fight, so now you got to fight because I'm fighting. It just is what it is at that point because we partners. You know, this ain't no, I'm just mad at some chick and want to beat up a woman. No, this is about principalities, man. This is about principalities. You ain't going to just leave me and you my partner and don't do nothing and think I ain't going to come see you. That's not happening. Okay, that's not the world I'm from. Yo, you got to be about some principles at some point in time. Because if you're not, the world is crazy. You can't explain it. It's too chaotic. So my partner, if my partner ditches me, you already know I'm coming. You should know me well enough to know I'm going to get at you as soon as I see you. Yeah, I keep trying to be a better man, but I don't even know if I'm there yet. If you leave me hanging, I'm coming to see you. Real talk.
Her best bet is to pack up and get the hell out of Dodge before I get to where she at. I promise.
Yeah, I'm not getting left and ain't gonna be nothing to be said about it. And you ain't do nothing. Okay. I could even possibly understand you went to get, I can understand if you went and got some help for real or something. You did something and then at the end of it, I got saved. But look, let me find out you left and didn't do nothing. Oh no, I'm coming to see you. That's real talk. All right. If you about to say something, turn around and go ahead. If not, I was finna give it to Inspire True Broadcast. I think you just unmuted though.
Yeah, go ahead. I was going to let him speak.
Oh, okay. All right. I want you to get your last word if you're about to say something right in that context. That's all. But if you're not, then Inspire True Broadcast, you have the flow, my brother. Go on, get to it.
Will do. First of all, am I coming in loud and clear?
Yes, sir.
All right, then. Good morning to you. Good morning to the chat. Hope all y'all having a good day today. I think I want to kind of circle back in on my main theme that I always kind of get down to is that kind of we were basically kind of born in a scam, like that scam that somehow, some way, the ladies are morally superior inherently, some type of way. And a lot of us have to rewire our brains to get around that and to actually kind of see things and observe things for what they actually are. Like the ladies actually manipulate their reality through the use of words. While we're out there doing, they're kind of like using those words. And this whole idea of this partner thing, yeah, we know they don't really mean it for real, for real. It's just the latest rhetorical device that's being utilized so that they don't have to kind of necessarily play their part, expend their effort, actually do their part of the bargain. It's another way of kind of getting something out of nothing, basically.
Well, all I'm going to say was, why would we participate in that?
Participating in the scam? That's because we were born in the scam. It's a multi-level scam.
Once you figure out it's a scam, are you supposed to let the people get over on it? Have y'all never been scammed before? Anything? Once you figure out the scam, ain't you supposed to stop?
And that's
Absolutely.
why
that's why we got to try to catch these brothers, kind of get them hip to the truth so that they can actually avoid the scam. And not everybody's awake and aware of it. And some are going to have to learn the hard way.
Well, that's why I'm saying you got to learn to catch a scam. So at the end of the day, a word does mean something. If someone say they want to be a partner, you treat them as a partner, or you ain't dealing with them at all. I'll give you partnership. I've literally had women say they want partnership, and I treated them as a partner. They just wasn't rocking with it. They couldn't handle it. Why?
Absolutely.
Because the way I was gonna treat her became very different. Because she explicitly said she want to be a partner. Okay. And she never made it to girlfriend status because she didn't like me treating her as a partner. And my thing is, you told me you wanted partnership. This is what partnership is. I got my half, you got yours. Oh, you ain't no real man because you don't want to do X, Y, Z. No, you didn't tell me you wanted a real man. You told me you wanted a partner. That's what I'm being.
A real man is a husband, and you don't want to abide by husband rules. That means you have to follow every step of the way. It goes God, man, woman, child. So are you prepared to follow and be a wife, or do you want to be a partner?
Now, my thing is,
he'll treat you like a partner. Because if you catch it flat, trust me, Roger might walk you through it. I'm gonna tell you, read the instruction manual on the back of the trunk. Figure it out.
Well, this the thing. I ain't giving you a second choice. Whatever you picked the first time, that's what this is. I know you don't like partnerships, so now we're gonna give up partnership and do something else. No, you do that with the next man. See, what black people really need to get a hold of is learning to do better with the next person. If you pick partnership, that's what we give you. At least for me, you getting partnership. You are never gonna get anything else out of me because this is what you explicitly wanted. I asked every woman in the beginning how you want to do this, and if you pick this, and I say I don't recommend that one. You say, you say no, but that's what I want, and I want to mess with you. Hey, it is what it is. But ain't no switching it up. You learn with the next man. I already know she's not gonna be able to see me. She can't see me different than how she already see me. A lot of folks just don't have that. I ain't gonna say they don't technically have the ability, but they're not willing to have the ability. Most women gonna see you the way they met you. That's just how it comes. That's why the friend zone is such an issue and things like that. They're gonna see you how they met you. So my thing is, you pick what you want. I'm gonna give you that. If you pick the wrong answer, that's your problem, not mine. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I already done. Soon as you get your answer, if you don't give the right answer, you know what I'm saying? You already done dropped them on my scale anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it just is what it is at that point. I ain't saving you from yourself. I'm gonna give you what you asked for, or I ain't gonna mess with you at all. And if I give you what you asked for, I don't want to hear no complaints about what you asked for. This is what you picked.
Now here's the thing about that, like, right.
All right, go ahead, Inspire Truth Broadcast. Then we get Gold P in there.
So here's the thing there. Basically, like, don't get like too tied into like the term, like today is partner, tomorrow it'll be something else. Who knows? Maybe it'll be pink and purple elephant or something. Like, honestly, it's all rhetorical devices that go back down to I want to get what I want. I don't want to do anything for it. That's all it ever is. Like, it's always going to be some iteration of that. It's not going to be too much of anything different.
Well, my thing is, as a man, why shouldn't I make them keep their word? I don't care what word they use. You get that word. The word has a meaning.
Yeah.
As a man, if I don't make them stick to the meaning, then I'm telling them they can be chaotic. So my thing is, no, you make them stick to the word. The word got a meaning. A partnership means you have responsibilities just like me. That's what you're getting.
Okay.
See, I think men have failed simply because we ain't made them stick to their word. Women tell us all kinds of nonsense. They don't do it, and we act like it's cool.
Well, also, we have to define the terms because we know that they're going to kind of flip into this other reframing of the narrative, change what the word means, that type of thing. It's going to always be that
terms
type
have
of nebulous.
definition. No, but the thing is, terms have definition. She can play that game if she want to, and you can pretend she don't know. Just simply pull out the dictionary. You know what I'm saying? They still got it online. You know, Webster's dictionary was a dictionary I've been using since I was a child. Okay? Pull up the dictionary. Show her what the word means. Maybe she has a misunderstanding, but she gonna do this word. And see me, I don't play with stuff that don't exist. You know, like that. That's why I've said so much stuff about that situationship and all that. I don't do all that unreal words. We're not frenemies. It's not a real word. Real words ain't nothing to me. I know what a partner is. I know what a wife is. If you tell me you're a partner, you're getting partnership treatment. Point blank, period. It ain't my fault you picked that. That's on you at the end of the day. Learn your lesson with me and do better for the next guy. I ain't doing nothing but partnership with you because that's what you asked for.
Hey, Roger.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, when you have a partner and you go somewhere, they supposed to have their money to do what you're going to do. See,
Exactly.
my wife walk around with no money, without a thought in the world, because she know I got it under control. But if I had a partner, I'd be like, "Where's your money? We're talking about you want this. Where's your part? Where's your half?" That if you show them that you're a real partner, that means they need to come up with their half of their money. Y'all go out to eat, y'all go do something. Partners have half of whatever y'all doing, and these women do not want to do that. So if you hold them accountable and make them pay their half, they will fold. They will fold quickly.
And that usually will happen too.
I do you one better, Tunnel Runner. If we partner, look at here. Hair, nails, weave, I don't buy. Because that's not a part of what I deem is me needing in this partnership. So whatever those things are that you need, as far as fake wardrobe, fake costumes, fake facial gadgetries and all this and shit. What was old girl? I'm gonna get you, sucker. Anna Marie, what's her face? She had stuff was popping off her left and right. See, she bought all that. You know what I'm saying? She bought all that because she needed that. I don't need that. So when you look, why you ain't look up and try to buy me, take me to the hair and nail salon? We partners, right? That's not a part of the partner.
That's not part of the partnership.
Yeah.
That's
Read
not
the
a partnership.
I'm gonna keep it real with you since you brought that up. The only person who looks I'm concerned about, honestly, is my wife's. If you're not my wife, I'm not paying. Yeah, I ain't paying for nothing. And don't get it wrong, y'all. I've done stuff like that in the past, and then I was like, why am I paying for your hair? I don't wear it. Well, you want me to look good, don't you? If you don't got no pride in yourself, that's on you at the end of the day. Do you want to look good for yourself? You know what I'm saying? I'm not paying for it. And trust me, I've run into issues with women because I'm not going to pay for none of that stuff. You're not my wife. So I'm not concerned with it. I'm not concerned with your hair. I'm not concerned with your nails. I don't even have thoughts about you doing any of that stuff as a woman. I have no actual thoughts about that stuff. And will not have any real thoughts about that stuff unless I have a wife, because it's just not my concern. If you can't present yourself well enough to convince me I should marry you, that's a problem you need to solve. I'm not worried about that. You're just not my wife at the end of the day. I'm not taking care of it. It just is what it is. I did it when I was younger. I remember buying a bundle or two or whatever as they call them. I don't do none of that stuff now. And I just tell women flat out, man, I just don't care. I don't care about your hair. You either get it done to look good when I show up, or you just gonna look like trash and I'm just gonna go somewhere else. It just is what it is. How you handle that situation is your business. I am not here to tell you what to do with your stuff. Okay, you're not mine. Okay.
I got one more thing to add, but I know the Gold P's got to get in there too, though.
I would go PB on some mess, so he can wait a little bit long.
All right, so here's the deal. We know that brand new words.
I'm just kidding, Goldie. I'm kidding, bro. I'm kidding. But go ahead, Inspire.
I was just gonna say that, like, we got one more thing to kind of like acknowledge. Like, we circling back into that, we have to define the terms. I really mean that when I say that we have to define the terms, because new words are coming into existence every day. We have colloquialisms, and all it takes is like maybe 5 references, 5 publications, somebody putting it in an article here and there, and then bam, that ends up in the dictionary as a new word. That's how colloquialisms become words. But then in addition to that, we also have, like I was saying before, kind of like the reframing of words. Like, they'll add in another thing. Like, you'll have definition 1, definition 2, definition 3 will be the newest version of that, of how that term is defined in current society. Like, we have like words that meant something else years ago that means something else now because of how it's being utilized. So we gotta keep control of our terms and our definitions as men.
No, sir. I refuse to allow you to let them take you and us down that rabbit hole. And this is how we're gonna nip all that in the bud. If Webster's dictionary don't define it as what it is to be true, I don't give a good goddamn about your colloquialisms and your what urban dictionary. No, all those words don't mean jack shit to me. I am fluent in Webster's dictionary, the thesaurus, and whatever logical books those words come from. Made up
Who
words
controls Webster?
Negroes use. Hey, made up words Negroes use to try to fit the new and the now. It doesn't work for me. I was raised old school. I'm gonna die old school. Thank you.
What this is the thing, y'all. Because I gotta get Gold P in here. This is the thing. The reason words become a problem is because men don't stand on nothing. I'm gonna keep it real. Why did words change over time? Because we allowed women to change the meaning of words, and we didn't say nothing. I've been saying for I don't know how many years now, words have a meaning and they need to be stuck to. If you don't do that, of course words can change. But the word ain't even the actual problem. The problem is you won't stand on the principle. Because I don't care what you call the principle, I'm gonna tell you that's the thing I'm doing. What if the words change over time? Let's say the words change in the next 30 years. I expect to still be alive. I'm going to say what my principle is. I don't care what word is used to define the principle I'm standing on. I'm standing on the principle. That's why men shouldn't let women play with language. But we let them play with language. I don't have to change nothing. I'm telling you straight up. I don't want a partner because I'm not gay. I done told that to a gang of women. I don't want a partner. I ain't gay. If you want a partner, and you know what I'm saying, that's your business. But I'm not accepting the partner because I'm just not gay. The only way that makes sense for me to accept a partner if I was gay. And since I'm not, I ain't got no use for a partner. Now you talking about a business partner or something like that, we can talk about partners there, but ain't no relationship partner for me because I'm just not alternative lifestyle at the end of the day. I don't need to apologize that I'm not alternative lifestyle. I ain't gay. I ain't got no plans of being gay in the future. I don't need to act like I'm gay. It just is what it is. But
Oh yeah. I was gonna say that's exactly what I'm talking about, because you have like 80% of retail decisions being kind of made by women. So then when you end up with these magazines, articles, publications, etc., that end up utilizing these terms and that end up finding their way into Webster's dictionary,
the terms won't
then
be used if men start to stand up. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying the reason it's happening because men ain't standing up to the women. Make women
I agree
stick
with
to the
that.
terms. You see what I'm saying? Because whatever you call it, it's still gonna be this. You see what I'm saying? Make women stick to the term. That's why when a woman told me she wants to be a partner, I'm gonna give her partnership treatment. She's not getting no husband treatment or anything close to a husband. You know what I'm saying? Because she told me she won't partner. And when she said, well, I can't deal with this partnership stuff, okay, but that's fine. Well, we just gonna have to go our separate ways. You don't get to start over with me. You have to start over with somebody else because she sees me one way. I understand she sees me one way. She ain't finna change on how she sees me. So there's no point in me trying to do something other than what we started with her. When she understands she doesn't like it, I send her packing. Now, hopefully, when she get with the next guy, she ain't dumb enough to try to do the same thing again. But the only way this works is men, besides myself, start standing up to nonsense. That's the only way this is effective. You know, as a man,
I
you got a
agree.
responsibility to the community. You're part of your responsibility to the community. If she want to be a partner, give her a partner. See, the reason women ain't came off this partner stuff because we keep giving them something other than what they asking for. They don't like partnership. Trust me, I know. They don't like it.
Yeah, what you're talking about, which I agree with, is responding with action, like not some more like fanciful words, etc., going back and forth with actual action and principle, and that's how you change it.
Yeah. Now let me I gotta respond to something real quick. Then I'm gonna get a flow to Gold P. Shout out to all my hoes, the monetized. He said the right for live. I can intro you to Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, sir. I mean, I'll consider that. It ain't like I want to actually talk to her, but well, if you've been checking me out, I haven't liked her since day one. You know what I'm saying? But I will consider that. So thank you for that, man. That's a great invitation. I appreciate you. That say a whole lot to me that you would even say that to me. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a connection. She do got a name. So I really, really truly do appreciate that. And I will think about that. Okay. Real talk. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Okay, Gold P, my bad for having you waiting that long, but I wasn't trying to do it that long. Real talk. But go ahead, my brother.
Yeah. So you wasn't trying to do it that long, but you was trying to do it.
I was just playing around. I was just playing around at first. I didn't even know
No, Roger. Every time I come with it, it's a problem.
Get on his head. Get on his head.
When I come up, it's a problem, Roger. What's with all the aggression, brother?
I don't know, man. I ain't gonna say that come from you. I ain't gonna say that.
When you do it, it's a problem.
I like, man, Roger, I come in and I come to work, man. But you tend to get at me with all this aggression, bro.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
I support the channel, I mean, hey, man,
all I know is we was cool people, and I even apologize for making you wait so long.
I'll call Uncle for you, Gold P, and he'll pull out the bill. He's fine when the bill comes out.
I mean, like, daggone it, Roger.
Gold P, I don't get it, brother. I mean, I thought we was cool. I was trying to do my thing. I even apologized for holding you up that long, and you still at my neck at the end of the day. I don't know what to do, man. If my apology don't even mean nothing.
Are you saying I'm always standing on you, brother? Is that what
I'm saying, brother? If I'm apologizing, you still trying to get at me, I don't know what else to do. So guess what?
No, this is the way you said it, Roger. You said, I didn't mean to have you on that long.
I mean, it was just a small joke at first that was going to be like 30 seconds a minute, and that was it. But then it kind of went longer, so I wasn't trying to do all that. But since you gave me the opportunity, I'm going to say shout out to Sarah B. Sarah B comes through with the Cash App, $10 Cash App. She says, throwing in. Come on, y'all. Appreciate Sarah trying to get something started. Okay, Sarah trying to get something started. Shout out to you, Sarah. Appreciate it. She said, throwing in. Come on, y'all.
Hey,
you, Sarah.
Roger,
Real talk.
Roger.
Yes, sir.
Sarah B had thanked me for posting your information and helping you get, those monies, helping her support the channel as I support the channel, brother. But yet, you tend to give me that work, man.
Lord have mercy. They're trying to paint the nest. First of all, the only reason I let you get away with the stuff you get away with is because you support the channel so much. That's why I let you get away with all this stuff at the end of the day.
Get away with, Roger.
Bro, you come in with the nonsense. I be trying to be all nice about it,
Roger.
Give you a good public showing.
Like what, Roger?
To you. I didn't say I gotta let him get away with this and that because he's such a great supporter, and you still be trying to show out on the brother. I don't know what to do with you, brother. I don't know what to do with you.
What I get away with, Roger? What I get away with, brother? Go ahead,
brother. You supposed to be in a 2-minute opening statement. You've been talking for about 5 minutes. Ain't gotten to no opening statement.
I'm just asking you questions, Roger.
I'm trying to get along with the show. That's what I'm trying to do. But I let you get away with this.
All right, Roger. I just got one question, Roger. Outside of the ones you dismissed, okay? Outside of the ones you dismissed. If the broad your partner was out with you and you got in that fight and she swung once at the dude and ran off. She missed. Are you still gonna fight her?
Bro, we partners, ain't no running. If we say we fighting, we fighting. If we say we running, we running.
She tried, Roger. She tried. She swung once.
No, bro. We either gonna make a decision. Either we fighting or we running. That's it. Once that decision is made, you got to stick to the decision. You can't swing and just because you missed, now you gonna run. No. If we fighting, we fighting.
I got it, bro.
Okay, wait till I see you. You swung and you ran. Let me have seen that. And let's say I didn't get no chance to run. I saw you swing and you dip. And next thing I know, they come out, they coming at me, so I ain't getting no chance to run. Wait till I see you. Ain't it? If
It's
we
still a
partners,
fight,
we
Roger.
partners, bro. If we partners, and I expect my partner to
Okay.
do their part. And I don't
So
want to
she
hear
can't
nothing about
swing
why you
once.
didn't do your part.
So she can't swing once, miss, and then come back to you and say, hey, I tried. She can't
Bro,
come at you with that.
we've already made a decision. We gonna either run or we gonna fight. If we done decided to fight and you run, I'm on you. It's that simple at the end of the day.
Yes,
Right.
sir. Yes, sir.
Just make sure that partner you got, she a hood partner. Because if she a boozy partner or one of them ones that like to talk that shit, but when she hit the fan, she quick to run. Oh no. You see, make sure she got some hood thug in her, and she go be that kind of partner. Now, you know what you gonna have to go through being with that type of broad as a partner, but yet and still, at least you know if y'all get into some shit, she gonna be damn the squawk. But if you get anything other than that hood broad, shit, yeah, you gonna have to knock upside the head when you get home, battered and bruised. Cause she
Hey,
ain't gonna put no kind of fight.
hey, for the record, Roger, I appreciate you off top, brother. I want to make sure I have that on record on the greatest show on earth, the Roger Report, brother.
Why it sound
That's
like
my
you gonna
opening
try to use that
statement. That's my
against me?
opening statement, brother.
Well, I appreciate that open statement, but knowing you, it sounds like a setup. That's all I'm saying. But I appreciate it.
Wait a minute. Why you got
No, I
Anyway,
appreciate it, though, brother. I appreciate it. Now I'm gonna say shout out to Dolomite. He say, Roger, like you better be women and like she in the comment section. Hey, if we decide to fight, we decide to fight. I am not saying you got to fight well. Okay. I'm not gonna necessarily take somebody out that's too ghetto. We don't have to win. It ain't even about the outcome of the fight. It's about the principle of the situation. If you claim partnership, you have to, by principle, I'm gonna require you to be my partner. My partner can't just dip out on me. That's not allowed. Okay. And if my partner dip out on me, they should expect to catch some hands when I see them. It's that simple at the end of the day. That's not a male or female thing. That's a partner thing. If a dude ran out on me, don't y'all expect me to get? I'm getting up with his glamour when I see him, and that's what people are going to expect because we partners. Oh, y'all have known each other 10 years, and you left my man. Y'all went out to the bar or something. You know what I'm saying? The fight kicked off, and you just left him. You gonna look at him crazy? Like, why you just leave, dude? That's your homie. Y'all been rocking for 10 years. You just left him. That's what you would say. So if my woman is my partner, which I don't even understand why men would want heterosexual men would want to be in that situation, but if you do that, no man, you got the same way you would look at a dude. That's how you supposed to be looking at her, because it's about the principle. See, this is the thing, y'all. A lot of folks, we've had too many people talk petty stuff. Okay. We talk stuff where people are trying to create this enemy thing going on with each other. No, I'm about loving and principles. My wife is gonna get a total different treatment than a partner would. Because again, y'all, if it's my wife and it's 6 dudes, I'm gonna tell my wife, get in the car and go. I'm gonna fight these guys while you get in the car and leave. Why? Because I need her to be safe. Because she's my wife. I don't need her out here fighting. And somebody may say, well, you know what? You never know. That could cost you your life. Ain't that what I signed up for? If I got a wife and it cost me my life to protect her, didn't I sign up for that? It come with the territory at the end of the day. Now, those are extreme situations. It's probably not going to go down like that, but it could. It's that simple. I live in the real world. Okay. I done told you, I done been jumped before. I done been in the coma before. People tried to kill me before. In the real world, stuff go down. Now, some of us lucky enough that none of this ever happens to us, but sometime at some point in life, a lot of us have been through something. So my thing is I got to look at stuff from a real world perspective. My wife needs to be protected whenever I can protect her. It's that simple at the end of the day. And if I can get her into the car and get her up out of Dodge, I won because she got away. Now, if I got to take a beating, I got to take the beating. That's literally what I signed up for at the end of the day because she's a wife. you're gonna treat a wife far differently than you treat a partner. The issue with black men, y'all trying to treat partners like wives, and that's your own fault. You cannot blame them because you're treating them like a partner. I mean, excuse me, you can't blame them because they're treating you like a partner, but you treating them like a wife. That is your choice at the end of the day. If you want
Roger.
something to change, you got to change something.
Hey, Roger, what if she started some stuff and expected you to, fight with her? Are you still partners?
I mean, at the end of the day, either partner can start some stuff and the other one got to jump.
No. If she started some stuff, man.
You said partner, y'all partners. Either partner can start some stuff and the other one got to jump because y'all partners, right?
If she started some stuff off top, brother. I mean, yeah, I got you. Partners do start stuff, but if she started some stuff off top that wasn't supposed to go down, wasn't supposed to happen, are you still partners with her?
But it went down. You're a partner, so you gotta jump.
Okay, all right. Hey, I'm just asking the question. I got you.
No, my thing is, if you doing a partnership, you don't get to decide it when you get to be a partner. You got to be a partner the whole time. So if she starts something, guess what? You gotta jump.
But she gonna leave you though.
Ain't you been out with your friends and sometimes a friend did something wrong at the end of the day? And what's the general man code about that? We gonna handle the business.
I'm with men,
and we'll
doing
deal with that later.
I'm with men dealing with that situation. I don't deal with the bro who started some stuff and then she expect me to hop in on some stuff she started. No,
but partnerships ain't about male female. It's about principles.
Okay.
As a man, if our friends start something and we have to fight, we gonna fight. But when we get back to the crib, you know what I'm saying? Whoever crib we go to, we gonna deal with him on our own later. But let's keep it real. If you at the club, you see your man's fighting. Now you know he was pissed off earlier. Y'all been told dude to come down, to calm down. But guess what? If the fight jump, we help. And we deal with all that internal stuff later.
So you're saying that's how you would move with your mans. Now, if it's abroad,
if y'all partners, the same rules apply, man. The
same rules apply. All right. Same rules apply.
So yeah, your girl can start stuff if she your partner, and you got to go help. That's the responsibility you signed up for.
Yeah.
So
I suggest to all you brothers, don't get with a broad that starts stuff, man, because you're gonna be fighting forever.
And basically what you saying, Roger, is if this partner of yours decides she wants to start some proxy violence and bring you in, you just got to go in head first.
That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying.
Ain't no proxy violence. She in the violence with you. You're joining her in the violence. Ain't no proxy violence.
Well,
she's
it sounds like you willing to accept her BS, bro. And you saying we partners, we fight.
If you taking on a partner and she take your BS, you take her BS. Y'all partners.
Okay. Well.
Now you do realize, of course, that more often than not, this is going to be like a drift situation. Like it's going to be like present as a wife, and then later on talk that partner stuff. Like everything isn't like a good faith type of deal, really.
If you trying to be a partner, it comes out. All men got to do is, you know what I'm saying, for the most part at this stage, because it ain't like back in the day. A lot of women can't fake it too long. Okay, I'm not saying you won't have an individual here or there that's really good at faking it, but most of these chicks nowadays can't fake it too long. Their partnership still comes out right away. You know, honestly, within 3 months, you're gonna know who she is. Yeah, she gonna give you the representative at first. Cool. The second month, she'll start to get more comfortable around you. You may start to see who her friends are, maybe a family member too. That third month, she's gonna start being herself because she got comfortable. And you see what she is if you just look. And the issue is men have to accept I gotta start paying attention, and it is what it is. Because ain't nobody coming to help me once she screwed me over. That is reality at the end of the day. And we don't get excuses either. They don't get no excuses, but we don't get no excuses. So when she show you she a quote unquote partner, and you act like she didn't show it, that's your own fault at the end of the day. I told y'all I don't work out with partners because when they tell me they want this partner stuff, you got to be an actual partner. They don't dig it. Stuff happens right away. I say, well, where you want to go to eat? Because what I'm saying, she want this partner stuff. Where you want to go to eat? You know what I'm saying? She'll say someplace cool. I'll be like, okay, well, sometimes I've been there before, sometimes I haven't been there before. Well, how much you probably need it for about one person? You could just any simple thing like that. How much you need for about one person there, just so I know. I just want to make sure I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't know, maybe $200 for a person. Okay, cool. I got 200. When you want to do it? And now what's she gonna automatically say? Yeah, I got 200. No, I said it's 200 per person. Baby, you said you want partnership. I got my 200. You got yours?
Well,
if you got yours, we can go.
I think we need another official voice up here. Truth teller, come up here and tell the truth, brother.
Yeah.
Tell the truth, brother.
Yeah.
People come when they can come. Maybe he might be busy at the moment. Y'all gotta understand, folks might be busy at the moment. But I'm saying though, y'all, it's very easy to get to the bottom of stuff real quick. And if I need $200, that's fine. I got $200. The woman is always looking out for herself, so she's automatically gonna come with, no, I say it's 200 per person. You're gonna need 400. Why would I need 400 to pay for myself? You're not gonna pay for me. You said you want a partnership. Partners pay for themselves. And guess what? That's when your argument gonna stop. Right there. Now the thing is, you can have a long argument, you can have a short argument. Shorty, you said you want to be partners. I'm trying to rock with you the way you said you want me to rock with you. A partner don't pay for the other person. Partners take care of themselves. Or a partner pay for this one, another one pay the next one. Well, why don't you pay the first time? Well, shorty, I don't know you like that. And that's just keeping it real answer. Shorty, I don't know you like that. I don't know if I pay this time, you're going to pay the next time. So you pay first. Ladies first, right? And you know what I'm saying? You pay first, I got it next time. It's that simple to me. I'm a man, you know I'm going to pay mine.
Well, I like that approach. Here's another reason why I like that approach, because you can have, Oh, is that Truth Teller that came up?
Yeah, he came up. Go ahead and finish your statement, because I'm going to give him the flow. So you better get it in.
Okay, I was just going to say that a lot of times they have this issue where the women are actually radicalized by other women. So you can start one way, go another way because of being influenced by the other chicks. But then when you go and you give them the consequences like you were expressing just there, then they get to see what reality really is. I like that.
Yeah, and a lot of stuff get nipped in the bud before you even make it out the first time. You know what I'm saying? You can nip a lot of stuff in the bud before y'all ever go out the first time. All right, go ahead, Truth Teller. How you doing, brother?
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Y'all talking up my eye right here.
Afternoon.
Because it all boils down to one thing. I'm just saying, it all boils down to one thing. Y'all niggas want hoes to be wives. That's all it is.
Again, bro. Say it again.
Because guess what a partner is? She is the same classification as a hoe. You know why? Because she don't qualify for wifely benefits because she's not a wife. She's a partner. Our problem is, man, we have a problem with doing that. You know, we base our manhood on treating non-wifely bitches like, sorry, I'm cursing, non-wifely ladies like wives. You ain't supposed to give wifely benefits to women who are not wives. That's the first rule of everything. Now, if she a partner, she is no different than a chick you mess with. It's just that simple. There's no difference. Because guess what? You can't rely on her for nothing. Now, y'all know me. I am married. But y'all also know I will never suggest a man to get married because I don't think it's a winning situation for any man. Honestly. At this point in time, Marriage is not a suggestion I give to my sons or anybody else. So I'm not out here preaching nobody to get married. But I will tell you this. If you select a woman to marry, there's certain benefits that you're obligated to give to her that you're not obligated to give to these hoes on the street. What's been happening is these hoes on the street have been confusing wifely benefits with holy benefits. And hoes don't get much benefit other than you visiting them and maybe a date if you want to go out. Other than that, that's pretty much what a hoe gets.
What
She don't
about
get
the
money for
bubble
her
gum?
rent. What about her what?
I was gonna keep going. I ain't want to cut you off. I'm gonna say it
No,
after you.
go ahead. Ask the question. I'm done.
No,
Go
no,
ahead.
I was just gonna say, what about the bubble gum? Because
What's
a
that?
hoe is supposed to get, as they say, hard digging bubble gum, right? Ain't the bubble gum
Nah.
the
Bubble
the
gum is
bubble
too
gum
much.
the benefit?
Yeah, bubble gum is too much. Why you giving her sweet shit? You making her feel good about herself. That's too much. She got the dick. That's good enough. That's all
Oh,
she. That's all she's. She's not even obligated for the dick. To tell you the truth, it's a blessing for
So you
her to
say the
get
bubble
that.
gum is too sweet.
Yeah, it's too sweet. That's too much.
No bubble yum, huh? No bubble
Yeah,
yum.
no. What she need that for? She got the dick already. She'll need to go.
She don't need no
And hell,
bubble yum. True.
she might not get the dick next time. She a hoe. She gets replaced and we move on. It just is what it is.
True.
But yeah, I
She
mean,
can't.
we gotta qualify. Now I agree 100% with Roger. Listen, we partners, man. And this beef out in these streets. Before she go down, she gotta at least catch an eye jammy before she hit this ground talking about she can't fight no more. And even then, I ain't gonna accept her. I ain't gonna accept her quit. That's just
True.
not. That's not part of the partnership.
True. She can't just swing, brother, and
No,
miss.
no. She better grab some dirt and throw it in their eye so I can get my punch in. She better
Yeah.
at least support me in the endeavor.
I think you're telling the truth, brother. I think you're telling the truth.
Get a
and see,
brick or something, a rock.
and see, this is my thing. What man could actually be comfortable with a partner? Like I was saying, a man gonna let his wife sit down first. Okay, your wife pregnant. Your wife basically got a free pass to get all kinds of stuff done that you wouldn't normally do because she's pregnant at the time. You know what I'm saying? Your partner get pregnant. I'm not going out at 3 a.m. to get butter pecan ice cream because you got a craving for it. Like I'm shorty, we partners. I'm not doing all that. I get it tomorrow. Why might I want it tomorrow? Baby, I'm not doing that for my partner. I'm not. That's something I don't normally do. Is get up at 3 a.m. to go buy no butter pecan. And y'all know women be having these weird cravings at certain times, and sometimes it's food that don't match and all that. I want some pickles and peanut butter right now. I'm craving for it. I'm not getting up because my partner craving. Now, if my wife is craving for it, she pregnant. I understand it ain't normal. I have to do some abnormal things for my wife. So will I get up at 3 a.m. to go get my wife some peanut butter and pickles, even though it don't make no sense to me? Yeah, honestly, yes. I wouldn't hesitate to get that for my wife because my wife has a position with me, and she's
Well,
far greater than a partner.
well, I'm just tell you all off top, man. When I hear the word partner, I think, bro, we riding over here to chill or go to an event that we doing, working or something like that. When I never applied, and this is speaking from a personal sense. I've never applied the word partner to a relationship I'm in. Like you're saying, Roger, I'm not going to tell my partner, hey man, let me open the door for you, brother. I tell hey man, get in the car, man, let's go. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Well, you know what? I mean, I'm glad you say that, and that's hilarious. But that's the thing. We try to give these women this ambiguous situation. Because let's keep it real. If me and Truth Teller go out, this is my expectation. Truth Teller might say, hey, I'm going to pay. I got it. Cool. Okay, that's fine. Now, if we go out the second time what am I gonna say? Well, you paid last time, I got it this time. Because that's the expectation. Or it can be vice versa. I take him out the first time, he'll take me out the second time. Now,
Right.
I'm not saying I'm not gonna have a whole discussion with Truth Teller and say, hey man, next time we go out, you gotta pay. That's just gonna be my expectation because he a man like I'm a man. And that's what men do with each other. Okay.
Right.
It was slightly different when we was younger and we was broker, because I'm sure a lot of y'all had some similar experiences to me, because there was a time when somebody had a job and then other folks didn't have a job and we put it in together to get this other guy something because he ain't got no money. Yeah, that was some young stuff. But at the end, now everybody grown. We got real bills. We living real lives. Yeah, if I got it this time, you get it the next time. That's just how it rolls. You know, I'm sure a lot of folks do that with family and friends when there's men involved. When there's women involved, a lot of petty stuff happens. You know, y'all, I did show a video a while back before the channel was taken about how, you know, say supposedly had a birthday dinner and then one lady show up there with her husband and all these other single women, and it wasn't their birthday. It was like, well, he the man, he need to pay. He got one wife at that table. And the man said he paid for the birthday lady. I get that. That's a gift. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And real talk, the birthday lady was probably his wife friend. When we really pay attention to the video, that probably was his wife friend. So I'm paying for my wife. I'm paying for my wife's friend since it's her birthday. That's a special occasion. I ain't paying for a bunch of random broads just because they happen to know the birthday girl. No, I ain't doing that. Cause that was husband and wife stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's a man living by some form of principle. He didn't let this pressure of the situation, and let's keep it real. Somebody pulled out a camera on him to quote unquote embarrass him. He did not move because he felt embarrassed or the pressure of the situation changed who he is. No, this is my principles. I'm paying for my wife that I married, and I'm paying for her friend because it's her friend's birthday. Other than that, I don't got nothing for you.
Right. All y'all can go,
You stand on principle.
engage.
I like it.
All y'all can go
With
engage
action.
in your partnership.
Not words, action.
Yeah.
Right.
Now there is one thing that'll violate this code.
That's the way we gotta
right?
move.
The one thing that violates this code is when you impregnate a partner. Now that's when niggas gotta be careful.
Because the chicks are gonna always try to get free stuff one way or another. It's
Yeah.
all about acquisition of resources.
But once you do
the
that,
social dynamics so that they can get those resources one way or another. So it's just back to standing on principle and
hold on.
and moving with action.
Once you impregnate a partner,
in this case, in
your
action.
principles don't stand no more. All of that is out the door. So the principle you might have, that rule you might stand by, once you get a partner pregnant, none of that applies anymore. All of that is out the window.
I don't know, Truth. Because I'm not getting no pickles and peanut butter for my pregnant partner.
And I'm with Roger on that one. I'm with Roger.
Well, you gonna have to, because she's not just your pregnant partner now.
I didn't hear that. It's kind of like I
she's
cut
the
off, I guess.
incubator. She's the incubator of your seed. You're obligated to her
but she's
now.
not a partner no more, True. She's not a partner no more.
No, she's still a partner.
But yeah, you're obligated to your wife, not necessarily obligated to like random chicks random women, and
she's still a partner.
The whole social dynamic is what kind of puts people into working outside of that internal construct. Because we do certain things that are outside of our families and outside of our immediate vicinity for a greater collective social good. But like we always say over here in this space, that it's really about like what community are we actually in, and we're in the actual productive community as opposed to a destructive community. And so we rock with actual husbands and wives and
I don't
extending
know
that
if
stuff out
Inspired
from there
Truth can
type of
hear
deal.
it, or he may be on a delay or something. I don't know.
I think he was, but he just wrapped it up. So go ahead, Truth. What you was about to say?
Well,
I got a helicopter flying over me. What I was gonna say was, this is where when you step over the lines, you can't expect the rules to still apply, right? So women are always trying to step over. They're always trying to push the rules. They're always trying to reap the benefits of a married woman without getting married. because there's responsibilities and obligations wrapped into that, and they don't want those things, but they do like the benefits, which is why when you hear them talking about stuff, they talking about getting stuff as if they are a wife, but they're actually not. But the second you step over the line, getting a chick that's not your wife pregnant, that also obstructs the standards, which means you just forfeited any principles you could carry because you violated. And pretty much you open to whatever they say you want to be, because they'll call you all kind of monsters, all kind of villains. You don't want to take care of her. That's your baby, blah blah blah. That's your baby mom. Suddenly, baby mama is synonymous with wife for some strange reason. All that weird stuff. All of a sudden now, basically, because she your baby mama, you got to take care of her for the rest of her life, which is absurd. But you got to. So if you're gonna set these rules, you got to understand that if you violate them, you are also going to be a victim of the bastardization processes that we currently carry, the bastardized process that we currently practice in our community because you violate the rules.
Well, my thing is, truth teller's making a point, because if you violate the rules, there are consequences for violations that you got to deal with at the end of the day. So it's definitely going to be a rough go at it, but I'm going to say it one more time. I ain't going out no 3 a.m. to get no pickles and peanut butter for no partner. I'm not doing it. Okay. You know?
Yes, you are, Roger.
No. See, this is the thing, because there are things that are said by a lot of people, but my thing is some of it's trash. But I don't like to tear nobody down at the end of the day. I'm not about trying to quote unquote fix a community doing a bunch of petty stuff. My woman has a position with me. She is auditioning to be my wife. So if my woman asks me to do something, I would do something that other people think is crazy because it's my woman. My woman don't get treated like other people's women. If my woman, back in the day, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even have a car at the time. This is back in the broke days. I'm talking about broke days, okay? My girl said she wanted some particular candy when I was on the way home. I'm coming home, right? Okay, I ain't even got no car. I'm using public transportation. It's the wintertime. But I stopped to go get the candy because she my girl at the time. See what I'm saying? My girl ain't got to deal with unnecessary stress, and she does get some benefits, even though this is me young, broke, and all that type of stuff. Well, if I can give my woman some kind of benefit, I don't mind giving her a benefit because I'm showing her who I am, okay? I'm not going to do something stupid, but she just wanted some particular candy that she just always wanted this one particular candy. Okay, cool. I'll stop and get you the candy. Even though we're talking about public transportation, I'm in Chicago. It's the winter. It's cold.
Well, hold on,
Stopping in extra places a lot.
What month of winter are we talking about?
I don't remember what month it was in, but it was snow outside. It was definitely cold, and where I was
Chicago. It's Chicago. You violated, son. You violated.
Right. It's Chicago, and it's by the lake. You know what I'm saying? Like you're getting the whole lake, the lake effect, and all that type of stuff. But
for those of y'all who don't know Chicago, see, I'm a New Yorker. I thought I knew cold, right? I went there and I got hit by that wind. Y'all don't understand sub-zero temperature wind hitting you. You just don't understand. I'm just trying to. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to tell you. It's like getting hit with an ice brick in your face and you didn't see it coming. But after it hits you, it don't leave your face, right? It's just there. It hits you hard. You think of it like a snack. You think of it like a snack, but it did smack you, but it never left your face. It didn't stop touching you. That's how bad it is.
Roger, I'm right next door. I'm from St. Louis, so we right next door to Chicago. So there's a complete understanding of what it is, man. So I understand.
As a New Yorker, I thought I knew. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just go ahead and give it to y'all boys in that Midwest over there near them lakes, because I don't know what the hell wrong with y'all. I'd have been moved. I'd have left a long time ago. But,
I don't give nobody no guff about leaving Chicago when they say the weather. I'd be like, okay, I get it. It ain't even worth no fight. They say the weather is why they left. I totally understand.
That weather hit different there, brother.
Yeah. But see, my woman can say I need this candy right now, and I will get off a train to get back on the ground, go through that wind and all that, make it to the store where they sell it, and then get back on the train and continue going back home because she mine at the end of the day. My woman can get stuff that other women can't get out their men. You know what I'm saying? Because she's my woman. No, it ain't even. It's not even just I love her, bro. My thing is the position of being my woman is different than somebody else's. You matter more in this world than other women. And at the end of the day,
for her, Roger.
Well, I'm saying even before y'all even quote unquote have a love connection, the thing is you are a representative of me at this point. So automatically you're gonna get more stuff. Now other people are like, well, y'all simping too much. No, my woman more important than the women you deal with. You don't understand it. My woman
she
gets
missed that
something
swing,
for
huh,
being.
Roger?
No. The thing is, my woman gets something for being my woman.
Until she missed that swing. She missed that swing.
No. My thing is, she'll get something different if she bail out after she missed that swing. You better swing again. You better swing again. Real talk. Matter of fact, Bob and weave after you swung and swing again. You know.
She got bob and weave, Roger.
Well, I'm saying if you miss a swing, you might get clocked. So bob and weave something. You know what I'm saying? And then you swing again. You know.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, don't get knocked out easy. Don't get knocked out easy.
True. Have you been in that situation, brother?
With what? Having to fight with my chick?
Yeah, I mean, your girl just started some stuff, and now you in a fight.
Nah. I ain't never been close to ratchets like that. Back in my day, it was hit once or twice, and then I just move on. I never rolled that way where I had an extended relationship with a ratchet. So I gotta say,
And the thing is, if you got a partner, ain't no getting out. See, the thing is, there is no getting out over convenience. If we partners, we partners. So your partner can drag you in the mess, just like you can drag your partner in the mess. Wives and husbands, total different thing. You know, I've said before, my wife ain't got to fight. You know what I'm saying? If you with me and a girl wants to fight you, I'm not gonna let you fight no girl. I'll fight the girl for you. I'm not gonna feel bad because it was a girl. I'm gonna be like, look, man, she with me, leave her alone, whatever it is, y'all just gonna drop it. It ain't even that serious at the end of the day. But if you touch her, I got to touch you. And you may hit me with this is female on female. No, it ain't. She with me now. So just drop the whole thing. If you touch her, I got to touch you. It's that simple at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Just call your man right now because I'm going to touch you up if you touch her. So you might well call your man right now. We just going to get the whole thing out the way. You know? But I'm not going to let my wife fight somebody, even if you're not my wife yet, because I still have you in this particular place. I'm not going to let you just fight some random person. It ain't that. I don't need my girl fighting. Number one, I don't want no ratchet. And I don't need nobody messing my girl face up at the end of the day.
Roger out there, in front of me. Roger out there fighting with Sexy Red.
Bro, I mean, at the end of the day, a fight don't have nothing in it but enemy combatants.
Yeah. Out there with you and Sexy Red out there fighting, bro.
If that's the case, then they winning a lot because she can fight.
They winning a lot.
They winning a lot. You take him, I got him. Okay, I got him.
Yeah, she fighting.
She knock her dude out before you knock yours out. She waiting on you. You got to explain what took you so long.
Yeah, I know.
Mine was bigger.
Waiting on Roger to finish up.
My thing is, I pray I don't have to fight anybody. Okay, that's my thing. I don't want to beat nobody up. See, I don't even go until like I'm gonna lose. I don't want to wear nobody out. It's not even my intention to be wearing. I'm too old to be beating up on people. You see what I'm saying? So I don't even want to go there. But my thing is, it is what it is. I can't have you beating up my woman in front of me. I can't do that. I'm a man at the end of the day. That's gonna mess with me. Okay, yes, I can't just have you whooping on my woman in front of me.
Embarrassing you like that. Yeah.
Bro, I can't do it.
I'm not gonna lie, I can't do it either. And not only will I not only can I not do it, I'm going full force on you. So it's probably best that you don't do that, or you wait till I'm not there, and I gotta come looking for you and your man.
Yeah,
But
we men up here. We men up here.
yeah, it's gonna be a problem for you, and I'm not
Right.
gonna take it easy on you because you're a woman. It's just not gonna roll that way.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'll fight a girl. I'll fight a girl, bro.
I'm not the dude. You know how some chicks be trying to start fights with dudes because they swear ain't about him. So I'm a Carlton Banks looking dude. I'm the dude with the polo on and the boat shoes and the glasses out in public. So I don't look like where I grew up, right? I don't look like where I'm from. So, a couple of times a chick in public tried to try me like that. And a couple of times they realized, oh, he just looked like that. So, I don't have a problem. I'm a feminist, man. I believe in equality. I'm gonna just put it that way.
Yes, sir.
Man.
I see what you did right there.
Tell the truth, bro.
I see what you did right there. I see what you did.
See what you did. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's happening, Chef? What's happening?
Yes, the great chef Mike's Roundtable has decided to join us. So, of course, let's give him the flow, and he can start wherever he wants from. We appreciate you, brother. We appreciate you. How you doing?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to find yourselves on this 2-round Tuesday. Fellas, what's going on?
Hey, what's happening, Chef, man? What's happening?
How you doing, brother?
Hey, man, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Glad to be back amongst the panel and amongst the brethren. I jumped up to quickly say, I'm with you fellas when it comes to, wife versus partner. I've been married a long time, and I can tell you now, there has never been a time that I would ever let my wife fight. I am the one to push my wife behind me and get in whoever's face and say, do we have a problem? Y'all remember that scene in Boys in the Hood when Ice Cube said, we got a problem? We got a problem?
I definitely remember
we got a problem.
Right? That is me. And now that I'm older, I'm still going to push my wife right behind me. Male, female, man, woman, dog, cat, monkey, rat. I'm going to push my wife behind me, and whoever's in front of me going to get shot. One, I ain't got time for the bull. Two, I'm going to shoot you in a spot where you're going to have to be more concerned about where I shot you over retaliating against me. Because you're only going to have a couple minutes for them people to get there and save your stupid. Anyway, I don't have time to deal with that. And if I'm going to go viral, because 9 times out of 10 it's going to be one of these little young people, one of these youngins. It's going to be one of them. They're going to have a phone. If I'm going to go viral, believe me, it's not going to be because of what they want. It's going to be one of them Generation X virals. Well, we told y'all not to mess with a certain generation of people. Y'all messed around and y'all found out. Let this be an example for you. Because some of us have lived a life, excuse me, y'all. Some of us have lived a life where we have seen a number of things. We have reached the highest heights of our careers. We have won and lost fortunes. We have loved and lost love. We have very few things that will surprise or shock us. We are the folks that's always looking for a new drinking story. Now, you can either be on our side and be cool, sit down, don't approach my wife, please. Or we can get into some real live gangster, and I'm going to land my plane right there.
I'm just going to say, well said, and things like that need to be considered, because I'm just going to keep it real. Now, I know me personally, and I know there's a lot of men who feel the same way. A lot of people who don't have to worry about this being dysfunctional. When you bring my wife into it or you bring my children into it, killing you ain't even an issue. It don't even matter at that point. Okay, for them, I take your whole family out. It just is what it is. So we don't need to be going there. But my thing is that's because you have a wife. You don't want to protect a partner. A partner is supposed to be in it with me, no matter what it is. You're supposed to be in it with me. Wife gets excused in certain situations. That's why I made that example of, oh, we short on the mortgage. Okay, you short for 100. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be short with you because if we make this thing happen, we gonna do it together. If it don't happen and we lose it, we gonna lose it together. But what I'm not gonna do is pay for my partner's part because we partners. You know, partnership needs to be
Roger,
held up if you're gonna get into it. Go ahead.
real quick. See, here again, we have partners and we have wives. See, the wives, they grew up in real families. 9 times out of 10, them partners, them baby mama babies. Them baby mama babies. These are baby mama baby issues because these people grew up listening to their single mother be strong. They never had the perspective of their mother actually loving her husband. They never saw a woman loving her husband. They just heard their mama talking bad about their daddy. These baby mama baby issues. And that's a different set of people. That's a different set of people. And I'm talking to y'all people right now. If you a baby mama baby, go and get some therapy. Go and get some help because you expect things that you should not expect. But you don't know that you should not expect it because your mama expected some things that she should not have expected because she was just so entitled and strong and independent. Y'all baby mama babies messing it up for the rest of us. Go get yourselves fixed.
Well, Chef, they're not going to do that, you know, because they too busy into what the social media outlook is and what's going on and trying to be like or run with the Joneses, you know, be like the Joneses.
Now you
You know,
understand what I'm actually doing. If you heard Roger's example earlier, when he
yes, sir.
said, I'm gonna tell my partner, go wash your hands. Baby, go wash your
Mhm.
hands. I'm telling her in a gentle way, but I'm actually got an ulterior motive for her to move so I can sit down. I'm
Right.
saying this in a gentle way so that those brothers who are truly in our community, who truly come from real families, will be able to recognize the signs and symptoms of baby mama babyism. And we
And
can
it,
actually stop. We can actually stop this nonsense. Because if we stop procreating with them, stop having babies with baby mama babies, set a standard. If you weren't raised by your mother and your father, you don't qualify. I'm sorry. And if you're trying to qualify, you got to go through some work because we got to cut out all of these baby mama baby issues. It's slowing us down. We're getting caught up in things that we should not get caught up in, and it is hindering us from moving forward as a people truly.
and I agree with that wholeheartedly, which is why I'm doing this particular show because we need to honestly learn how to recognize what something is and do something accordingly. You know, it's not right for men to complain about women doing something, but you won't create you won't have a corrective action. Okay, if a woman wants to be a partner, let her be a partner with somebody. If you don't want to rock with a partnership, don't rock with a partnership. But if she tell you she want to be a partner, cool, give her that. I promise you, if you have any real conversation with her, she gonna drop it probably in 2 minutes. She'll probably drop the partner thing. And I'm giving y'all examples on how to do this stuff. Well, baby, where you want to go? Pick any place. Where you want to go? Okay, I want to go to whatever she say. I don't care what she say. And just act, even if you know, just act like you don't know. Okay, baby. Well, how much does I ain't never been there. So about how much is it like per person average meal when you go there? Because I ain't never actually been there. Just let us say the answer. And whatever nonsense come out her mouth, because she probably don't even know herself, probably ain't never been there herself. Oh, well, it's 300 a plate. Now I said 200 earlier. She could say it's 300 a plate. Okay, cool. Well, I got 300. I can afford that. Let's go. I got $300. That's nothing. I got $300 right now. Matter of fact, I ain't really saying lie. I'm just using this as an example. I just took $300 out early today out the ATM. I got mine in my pocket. But 300 ain't enough. You need 300 per person.
But Roger,
Yeah, I got the whole thing, baby. I'm good. I can pay for mine. And that's when she gonna go into, well, ain't you gonna pay for mine too? Well, baby, you just said you want a partnership.
But Roger, I think I have a different approach. My approach is this. Off top, I got that energy like this ain't no partnership. Off top, because that's, a waste of time going through all that. She got to know off top. And that alleviates the idea that she can manipulate any type of way or direction or path in regards to a conversation about partnership.
What
Off top.
This is the issue.
That part right there.
This is the issue. That don't help the community. The only reason I'm having this conversation, because let's keep it real, we're not going out. I'm having the conversation so she'll start to understand the world from a man's perspective. The problem is other men ain't backing me up. It's easy to just not talk to her. I'm not going to say that ain't the easy route. You ask for partnership. So I'm going to give you an example of partnership and say, let's go. We're never going to actually go on a date.
Yeah, Roger, but you give her the opportunity to manipulate that.
No. She's not manipulating anything. She wants what she wants because she's a woman. She already wants somebody else to pay for her. The issue is when she go to the next man want to let her be.
But your concern should not be about what the next man is because she's rocking with you.
My concern is the community, brother.
Okay, but you can't. You're contradicting. No,
I'm not. You're not listening to me.
Go ahead, Roger.
The reason most people change to be good enough for a relationship is because they understand something they're doing doesn't work. The problem with most black men is they will never take the time to give a woman an understanding that what they're doing is not working. The only reason I kept talking to her because she said partnership. I'm gonna throw out an example like that. Tell her I got mine, so let's go. She gonna say, well, ain't you gonna pay for me too? I'm gonna say, you just said you want to be partners. I would have paid for you if you would have picked something different, but you picked this. So what I'm doing is I'm showing her partnership don't work. It's not the right word if you actually want to get something out of a man.
But why you can't just say no, Roger? Why you can't just say no?
No. That it's gonna automatically be a no because she's not gonna want to pay for her part.
Not if you didn't tell her off top. What I'm saying is, Roger, what I'm saying is, Roger. Let me just give me a moment.
You're doing it the way she don't get nothing from it.
And that's my point. Give her nothing. You've given her. She's before she got to you.
You cannot change the community without giving people something.
Roger, before she got to you, she already came to you with that type of energy. She already experienced that. She already knew what it was.
But that's not the issue. The issue is men don't say nothing to women, so they will change their thinking.
No, you can't change their thinking.
No. Women don't need to change because they've been presented no reason to, for the most part, to change. It's never been presented to the average woman. We talk about a gang of stuff, but the stuff we talk about, most men ain't doing none of it. And that's being real. It's called men got to be accountable to other men for our sake because we're the community. If I don't put a woman on the right path, she'll never get there because ain't nothing else gonna put her there.
So let me ask you, Roger. If the female come to me and says, "Oh yeah, I'm interested in a partnership," and I tell her off top, "No, I'm not interested in that because I move this way. Would I be wrong?
No, I'm not saying you ain't wrong. I'm just saying you're not gonna give her no kind of understanding, and she's not gonna change.
I don't owe her understanding. The world doesn't owe her any understanding.
There's something greater than you going on.
Fellas,
go ahead.
Hold on, because both of y'all talking over each other.
Yes, sir.
Now, here's the thing. You are going to have that perspective, and you're right to have that perspective, and come from that school of thought. What Roger is saying is that you're right, but he's going a little bit further, because it's not us that's looking for wives these days, for the most part. It's our sons. It's our nephews. You understand what I mean? It's our grandsons sometimes. It's our younger cousins coming up behind us. So we have to have this conversation so that they understand what to look for and what not to deal with. And that our daughters, our granddaughters, our nieces, and our younger female cousins, they understand what real men are actually going to put up with and what we're not going to put up with, because this is how real men move. And when they hear us having the conversation about leave the baby mama babies behind, they'll change their perspective, because it's not us. I'm not looking for a wife. So for all intents and purposes, unless it's one of these coming to my doorstep with my son and my son saying, Dad, this is who I want to introduce, hey, the rest of y'all going to hell in the handbasket, because it doesn't affect me personally. However, for the larger scope of the community, we have to put these things, these ideas in place so that those coming up behind us will have an understanding. Now, did I wrap up both of y'all's points kind of concisely right there?
I think you did a fantastic job. I am not saying the man is wrong at all. What I am saying is, if we want something to change, we got to do something different. So I think you wrapped them both up. That's my perspective on it.
Well, my perspective is, and I'm not against what your perspective is, Chef, nor am I against you, Roger. I'm just saying, I think because we've had and listened to these conversations on the greatest show on earth, we've listened to the conversations where we had to express how we need to stand on the word no off top, because when we don't, well, then we open ourselves up to all the conversation of how somebody wants to do something or move around us. And when they have that understanding of the word no, he's prone to say no off top. They got to work harder if they want to be around you or move around instead of wasting your time. That's
go ahead. This is why I'm saying you're not wrong, but this is the issue, and which I have said in past broadcasts. This stuff is really not just for us, it's for people who are coming behind us. At the end of the day, if all you give her is the no, she's gonna wonder why, maybe for a little while, and then she'll lose that thought and it's gone. You have to give women the answers, because women have influence on other women. What I'm doing is giving her an answer. I'm expressing to her very quickly why I'm never going to do something for a partner. That's why we never gonna end up going on a date. But I went through the extra trouble. This is how people usually make people, and I'm not saying this is the best way for it to happen, but this is a realistic thing. A person dates somebody. They start finding out the person left them because they weren't good enough in this area and that area. They go improve themselves in that area. Eventually, they meet somebody and they're already good enough to be a wife. And now a man marries them. That's how it normally works. Woman mess with a guy, she ain't good enough. She changes a little bit. She finds somebody who eventually will take her. And I'm talking about for the average person getting married nowadays. This is different than people who never get married. They got answers. They were made to face answers. They had to have different thoughts. A no is a good beginning, but the reason I'm not going to profess that people have to stop at no, because I already know black men are scared. And that's what really happens. The no is the easy way out. If you're going to do it for the community, we cannot always take the easy way out. The no is easy. making her actually have an understanding why this ain't gonna work is a little bit more work, but it's really just a phone call. It ain't gonna be that much more work. And if you can't tell her why she look crazy, she'll never think about that when it comes to term with the next man. And I have said time and time again, Black women see themselves as perfect in every relationship because ain't none of y'all, for the most part, ever dumped a woman. She's never been wrong. I don't care what happened. She did all kinds of stuff. And then sometimes y'all even go quote unquote cheat. And then she catch you cheating and she dump you. She ain't never been wrong. That's why your words don't have no power with them. You're going to have to change that dynamic from a collective level at some point. We got to change that dynamic. But if only what they say matters, then what you say will never matter. And if you won't say anything, how could it matter? So from an individual standpoint, yes, what you're saying is good enough. If we want to be a part of change, we're going to have to change what we're doing. And being stoic ain't worked in 60 years. I'm just keeping it real.
I mean, I know Mr. Z is well. I just hold it. Go ahead, Mr. Z, because Mr. Z shot some eyes back there. He's sitting
Yeah,
back
I
there.
was
So
definitely trying to give him the mic, but yeah, let's go. Mr. Z, you got it, brother.
Could the younger brother speak, please? Or the
okay,
elders
yes, sir. Go
Well, he
monopolize the
pulling it
whole
on
damn
you.
space.
He pulling
Go
it on
ahead,
you.
brother.
I
Go
don't know
ahead.
what's up with him today. I don't know what's up with him today.
No, Raj, you gonna get it too because Gopi over here false flagging. Gopi, you recommend me to start my channel. How you saying Raj got the best show on the internet? Hold up,
Hey,
Gopi.
He's
there's a
telling the
difference.
truth.
There's a
He's
difference,
telling the
Mr.
truth.
Z. There's a difference, Mr. Z. I said Roger has the greatest show on earth because he expresses that. You know, so I support that. Now,
Okay, it's what we do with T.I. when he say he the king of the South. I get you. All right, there you go, Raj. It's for your ego, Raj. I get you. Go
Nah,
P. See,
brother,
he's a nice man.
the man, but just telling the truth, man. That's all it is. You know, at least he
No,
do that.
look. T.I. said he the king of the South, and we all said, yeah, okay, all right. And thanks for having me up, Raj. Thanks for having me up. Look, I'm glad you're covering the partner thing, and I tend to agree with Raj on this, Gopi, where with the explanation, because y'all know Mr. Z could talk, so it don't mean nothing to me to sit down and give you 2-3 minutes of why this partner thing is not gonna work. You want to know why? Because if you say partner, and this is something that Mr. Z explained to Miss Z, if you say partner, I'm gonna make you eat every bit of that partner. You go end up breaking up with me if you say partner. I'm gonna make you eat that partner, and I'm mean about it. I'm
Mr.
gonna
Z,
make you eat every. Go ahead.
Real quick, we agreed about the partner thing. We all, so I just want to be clear on that. So
okay, yeah.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, and that's the thing for we and I think it is okay because Mr. Z is SBE. I'm okay with shaming, blaming, and explaining. I've been around Black women my entire life. There's no way I'm not gonna shame, blame, and explain, right? So I am about being honest about what partnership
You know,
means.
let me cut
Go
in
ahead.
right here, just because you said that. Truth be told, y'all, shame, blame, and explain is literally the success method in America. That is literally a success method. Anybody running a successful business shame, blames, and explains to employees all the time. You shame poor behavior. You blame the person who caused the issue, and you explain to all employees how to make sure these things never happen again so the company can achieve success. It is literally the success method of America. Now, I can't tell you it's like that everywhere else around the world because there are a few places out there where they ain't going to necessarily work, but that's just a success method. And so if you don't shame, blame, and explain, you basically choosing to be stupid. And that's on you at the end of the day. But go ahead, Mrs. Z.
And thanks, both. I think it's important to kind of put the dichotomy out there where you don't get to have one foot in your autonomy and so some kind of quasi partnership thing because you don't get emotional labor in partner. You better have your half of this rent, right? If we schedule 2 times or 3 times a week for fun time and you mess up on one of those times, guess what? That gives grounds for breakup. Ain't no, oh no, I don't feel it in my stomach. Excuse me, in the partnership rules, paragraph 3, exhibit E, line 5, it says this many times, this many every week, period. If you say partner, I'm gonna make you eat every bit of that partner. Cold and crude about it, just like a business. Because when I hear partner, I hear 2 things. I either hear LGBTQ, and I'm not into that, or I hear business. And if you mean partner, then you gotta mean business with Z. And that's what it's going to be treated like. There's no emotional labor. There's no Z sitting down and listen to you speak about work in your frenemies and who did what. Nope, goes give that to your homegirls, right? I'm okay with explaining this, and I agree with Raj, and being very cold about it. Because the way it's being framed and how Black women are interacting with this partnership word and how they're utilizing it, and agreeing with Raj on this too, and how Black men in particular are not, and I get it, and I agree with Gold Professor on this, you don't owe them that. With that, Mr. Z will extend you that luxury anyway. And explain, hey, this is not, if you want partner, go find somebody else. And then they could run into the wall of you having 1 foot in and 1 foot out, because that's all the women actually mean when they say partner. It's 1 foot in, either this marriage and your obligations as a man without her having to fulfill her obligations as a woman. Absolutely not. Not on Z's watch. Right. And then I wanted to let me see if I could actually read it. And partner, either of a pair of, I mean, if something go bump in the night, you coming down the stairs with the Thule, right? Huh? A dog chasing us down the street, so we both running. It ain't gonna be me stopping and try to hold him off and whatever, and give you a chance to get in the car or none of that. No, we both gonna stand right here, and we both gonna be trying to stomp this dog out, right? And I'm saying it like that. I'm being a bit extra right now and a bit animated, because I think if there's any women listening, you gotta understand when you say partner, what we hear, because we know what you're really trying to do. That's us holding us to the same patriarchal performance while you get to be autonomous. Absolutely not. Not on Z's watch. I'll pause right there.
Oh, I had
Hey,
to
Z,
come up. I
dig
saw
this.
Z coming up, and I know that he hates that partner stuff, so I had to jump
Hey,
in
bro,
this.
you already know.
Hey,
So,
Z. Hey, Z, dig this.
Go ahead.
Dig this. I totally agree. That, listen, get out of here with that. Like, for real. Go away. We ain't got time for it. It's not the way it's going down. We just don't have time for it. Plain and simple.
Hey,
Find
let
somebody
me
else
say
to play
my
with.
chef. Let me say my quote. And Raj knows this, and Inspired Truth know this. I'm not sure if Gold Professor know this. Patriarchy by feminist specifications. That's all they mean. That's all they mean, bro. That's all
Hey,
they
listen.
mean.
I want y'all to think about something. Think about something. Pick any romantic comedy from the 90s. Pick any romantic comedy, any love story from the 90s, and the goal of all the women were to be cheaters, were to be promiscuous. Pick anyone. I don't care. White, black, it doesn't matter. Mainstream, independent, pick any one of them movies. The goal of all of those women were to be promiscuous women.
imagine
Think
Titanic.
about it.
Like, I mean, getting down in the back seat of a vehicle while on a boat. Like, that was while having a fiance. That was wild, man. But that was so
Hey,
romantic to the girls, bro.
in the back seat of a vehicle before they even were called vehicles.
Yeah.
Now, I do want to say this too, because this is, to me, this is something important. How do you love a woman that you make a partner? Because I'm being realistic, y'all. My partner, I require her to fight with me. I don't send my partner away from danger. My partner got to be in just as much danger as I am. Okay? I'm not paying the bill for my partner. My partner got to pay just like I got to pay. It is what it is. Okay? I don't even understand how you could even love, for real, a partner. You know, because if you as a man could see a woman as a partner, I don't see how you really like her, because you're not going to do any of the things that husbands do for their wives, which shows that they love their wives. But how can I do that as a partner? Because I can't let you be in two worlds. And I'm saying this because y'all men, and I know some men may not like me saying this, but I'm keeping it real. We have been socialized to be afraid of women, So therefore, they'll give us this partner stuff, and we still trying to make it a like a husband and wife type situation, while letting them be in this ambiguous world. And that's what you have when when you're trying to have a husband wife dynamic, and they trying to have a partnership dynamic. Now you're totally ambiguous, which
Yeah,
means
the
you
Roger,
got to
before
be.
ambiguity
I'm
is the
about to drop
point.
off, real quick,
Hey,
I'm about to drop off,
see,
though.
real quick.
Okay, go.
Hey, real quick. You say if we partners and we getting chased by a dog, we both gonna be there? No. If we partners and we getting chased by a dog, I don't have
I'm
to
gonna trip you.
outrun a dog. I have to
You're
outrun you.
That's real talk. That's real talk, Paul.
Hey, I got the
right.
scenario. If you go on a grocery store, no, a liquor store, and somebody decides to come in behind you two and rob the store, and you pull out the whammy and pop him in the left leg, should you give the gun to her so she can pop him in the right leg? Would that establish a partnership?
I think that's going to
No, she should
establish
have
y'all
her
going
own
to
gun.
jail. Yeah, y'all going to go to jail if you're doing that, especially.
Yep.
We got that. We got that. I'm just saying, would that be a part of the partnership?
Well, the partnership is just the fact that y'all take responsibilities together. So you don't have to commit an extra. You don't have to commit a crime, because the second pop is going to turn it into a crime.
But hey, it nobody said the parameters of the partnership. It said, hey, look, me and
No,
this
wait.
together.
No, go P. I gotta
No.
cut you off. No, go P. Let me cut you off. No,
Go ahead.
in court, there's a reason why they don't have you testify against your spouse. So
Okay.
if we partners, you see what I'm saying? If we partners, oh no, then that mean I'm gonna start singing once we get in there. I'm gonna start singing once we get in. As a matter of fact, because you're a woman, I'm not even gonna wait. I'm gonna start singing the second the cops pull up. On some super snitch. I'm 6'9" out here. Okay? Because if we partners and let's be very clear, if we're partners and it's cold and crude like that, then it's whoever get to the singing first. But I wanted to say this because I'm about to drop off in a minute. The clip that Raj has in the description box. I might be rehashing something that might have been said earlier.
Yeah, but we ain't even discussed the clip. We ain't even discussed the clip. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. But yeah, okay. You notice she said it in a funny way, but she expressed every reason why she wouldn't leave her husband in ways that benefit her. She was saying she's a financial burden and she gets it. She was saying that he practices emotional labor. She was saying that she's not gonna let him be free to go out there and gallivant with other women with his money. What she is explaining, and I like that you tied that to partner, is that they don't have a partnership. Because what he's doing is he's overextending himself for her in ways that she would not do for a partner. Her being his wife is why he does the extra that she gets to enjoy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I get they was kind of making fun of the situation, because they know the younger folks, because y'all can see they kind of got some age on them. Younger folks is crazy to them. They sound like complete idiots. That's why they kind of making a joke out the whole thing. She know good and well in this world, she ain't trying to face this world without that man. And the thing is, because he loves her, he don't want her to have to face the world without him. Because at the end of the day, it's not gonna be pretty. And the thing is, as a man, see, I can accept having a wife that I'm going to do more for. My woman will never have to do the stuff a partner would have to do. If the grass needs to be cut, my partner got to cut the grass. My wife will never cut grass. Not while I'm healthy. Ain't nowhere in the world she gonna ever touch a lawnmower, because she my wife. My wife ain't finna be touching no lawnmower out here. I would literally have to be in a hospital bed for my wife to be allowed to touch a lawnmower. I don't understand why she would touch. I'm talking about from purchase to death. Why would my wife ever touch a lawnmower? She ain't going to buy the lawnmower. She ain't gonna ever use the lawnmower. She not gonna help me get the lawnmower in the house. Why would my wife ever touch a lawnmower?
See, that's why I got sons. So if I can't do it, my sons can do it. Yeah, brothers. Yeah, get your sons.
Well,
Yeah, I got sons.
To put a bow on this, real quick, to put a bow on this, to what Ross said, I haven't touched a single piece of. I don't even know how the washing machine work no more. Okay, I don't even know how washing machine work no more. Right? Well, exactly.
Well,
with that, she hasn't touched
She might put the garbage together, whatever, but she hasn't put that garbage out in, I don't know, 3-4 years. You see what I'm saying? So I agree with Buzz on that.
Well,
But on
I'm gonna
that note,
just say, man. I'm just say,
Well, hey,
girl.
I do got to get
Okay, go ahead.
Jado in here. Now, go ahead if it's gonna be quick, but I got to get
Yes,
Jado in
sir.
here, y'all.
Well, I'm
Jado
gonna say,
and Tunnel Runner then came back. So go ahead.
yes, sir. I'm gonna
all right, y'all,
say,
Mr. Zio.
my girl. I'm gonna say my girl, she loves doing yard work. So, she is one who will pull out the lawnmower and get out there and I mean that's what she does. She likes that. Now, do I say, hey, I mean, if it's looking some way, I'll be like, girl, you ain't taking care of your yard. Now, I'm one who will get out there and do it, but she puts energy because women like that kind of stuff. So I'm just giving that aspect of it. But go
Well, I
ahead.
mean, if the woman has a passion for that stuff, of course she gonna do it because that's her
Right.
passion. It's different if they like doing that type of stuff. But if
Right.
yard work is just a chore, my wife would never touch a lawnmower.
Right.
Not as long as I got a healthy man and body. Ain't no reason for her to ever touch no lawnmower. It don't even sound right to me that my wife has to touch. My mama never touched the lawnmower. I can't think of one time I ever seen my mama touch a lawnmower ever. Okay, keep in mind I was born in a house to marry people. My wife ain't. My father's wife didn't touch no lawnmower, and my father had sons. So guess what? If he couldn't mow the lawn, guess who's doing it? He got sons to do it. It is what it is. She ain't touched no. She ain't thought about no lawnmower. I'm sure she didn't even probably think about a lawnmower at the end of the day. At best, maybe somebody left the lawnmower outside and she told one of us to bring it in the house. That's probably the best she ever did to even think about a lawnmower while she was married to my dad. Now, shout out to Mr. Sugar to you real quick. He said, hold on, Roger. My neighbor's wife, both white, mows the lawn. Hank don't play that. Well, now I'm not saying he ain't telling the truth, but I will say this, y'all. When you marry a white man, you get out of order, sometimes you disappear. So
That's true. Whiskey Mike don't play.
yeah, you married to a white man, sometimes you gotta follow some rules and the other
Yeah,
folks don't necessarily gotta follow.
Whiskey Mike got rules and regulations.
You know what I'm saying? They look at stuff a little different sometimes, and that's cool.
Yeah.
But
Whiskey
let me
Mike got rules and regulations. Go ahead.
yeah, let me let Tunnel Runner make another statement since he done came back out, and then let's get to Jado. Okay.
Yes, I was gonna let Mr. Z know the report. I just came home and had some barbecue chicken, some rice and beans, homemade. This is like some homemade juice and some ginger tea. I just wanted to let Mr. Z know what's going on at the house.
Well, I'm sure he heard you, and I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. Shout out to Mrs. Tunnel Runner. Real talk. All right, Jado, what you got for us, brother?
Hey, what up, Roger? Fellas on the panel, everybody in the chat, replay game. What's up? What's happening?
What's happening, Jado, man?
What's
Good
going
to see you,
on?
brother.
What's going on? Yeah. Hey, right. I don't know. I'm getting a kick out of the interactions you and Gold P having, your debates or whatever. And I agree with both sides. I'll just present like my aspect of it as far as it. Like, of course, I'm not a paleontologist or anthropologist or any of this stuff. But I'm pretty sure, I think humans have been like kind of recorded to be on this planet for like a couple 100,000 years. And I mean, maybe some people would say more, right? But like maybe what 200, 300,000 years, somewhere in there. Am I
Yeah,
correct?
yeah.
Allegedly, whatever. I mean, we've had a lot of time together, man. Men and women, males and females, whatever way you want to put it. Like, so when it comes with this partnership stuff, man, like man, innately, females, no, they're not our equals, man. They know this. And we innately know it too. But again, things have become out of order because it's a lot of propaganda, a lot of rhetoric. We see all these TV shows from the time a lot of us were born that the woman is manipulating the man and blah blah blah. It's 50-50. We've been inundated with a whole lot of propaganda, and and people are starting to, well, they bought into it. But I think on the instinctual level, no one's really truly bought into it. It's just um, the man desires the access to this woman more then he wants to stand in his true place as the leader, as the husband, as the leader. So he's desiring access to this woman, the companionship, the company of this woman, more than he wants to stand on his true leadership. So when I heard you guys going back and forth, and my thing is, look, man, I'm not here trying to retrain no chick, man. I almost said the B word. I'm not here to try to retrain no broad, man. She knows she's not my equal. I know she's not my equal. You either gonna be my wife or you can get the heck away from me. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of agree with but a lot of times when we try to walk this line, maybe we're trying to teach them a lesson. We do kind of give them the opportunity to put their quote unquote hooks in us. That manipulation factor. Maybe she cooked you breakfast. She says, "Hey, I want partnership," but let's say she cooks you breakfast. Say, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna bring them over." I do agree with the firm. A quick synopsis, a quick explanation. Hey, I'm not with no partner. You're not my equal. You're never going to be my equal. It's a husband and wife. It's different roles that we're going to play, and I'm the leader in this role. Period. Point blank. And if you ain't with that, then get the heck on, man.
Well,
So,
to
and I
piggyback on
understand.
that.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
and
go
I
ahead, go
understand.
ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna park it real quick. And yeah, definitely, Roger. I understand. Like we need to verbalize this stuff. But man, we have a finite time on this earth, man. I'm not finna be going through all these social experiments. Now, if a brother chooses to do so, go for it if you want to. But I'm just saying, you do open up that door for some manipulation to where, hey, it's a war of attrition, and she ends up breaking you down faster than you get rid of her before any lesson is taught. You know what I'm saying? So I think we need to stand 10 toes down, be firm with ourselves, explain and get them away from us, man. Because a lot of times we'll open up opportunities for them to manipulate us, break us down, and through a war of attrition, manipulation, doing wifely things for us, because they do that sometimes. And then we just say, you know what? Cool. I'll just go ahead and go with the partnership. But anyway, I'll park it right there. I'm done. Appreciate it.
And before Inspired Truth Broadcast go, let me say this because I think I owe y'all an apology. Okay. Now, first of all, real quick, shout out to Sarah B. She says, laugh out loud. I mowed the lawn I mowed the lawn 6 months pregnant with twins in the summer while my white husband stayed in bed. I think that was the beginning of my transition. Yeah, hey, that's a white husband, okay? White folks gonna do some stuff differently sometime, and as I've said before in the past, white folks do some stuff we just consider weird. So
Damn,
you got
with
your
twins.
pregnant with twins, 6 months, and he chilling. Okay, okay. Now I ain't
Hey,
gonna doubt him. It is what it is. He did what he did, but my wife wouldn't have to go through that. That's all I'm gonna say. My wife wouldn't have to go through that.
bro, has Sarah B been up on the panel before? But this is gold right here.
I don't think Sarah B has ever come to the panel. I don't remember that.
Oh man.
I don't know if
Man.
that's Sarah B. Maybe is she
Oh,
being
is she
jokingly
okay,
like
maybe. Okay.
No,
that's what
I
Mikey
don't think she's
that's what.
joking. I
But
don't think
I
she's joking.
mean,
I'm wondering if she's putting it in the position of what a white woman would say.
Well,
yes,
she's saying what
yeah.
happened with her white husband, and the thing is, I'm saying how my wife would never have to touch a lawnmower. Her response is her husband definitely made her touch. Not that it's funny like that, but it's kind of funny. But her white husband definitely made her touch a lawnmower for at least 6 months while she was pregnant.
Yeah, but I don't think that's her. I don't know if she's putting it as it was her husband. Do you think she was putting it as her husband, or
She
she was
said,
thinking?
I mowed the lawn 6 months pregnant with
I
twins
mean, is
in the
she
summer while my white husband
is,
stayed in bed.
is she being literal or figurative, Lou?
Yeah,
Like that's
yeah.
the whole thing,
I'm
man.
wondering if that is coming. If it's speaking from, if it was a white woman saying that.
She's not married to
Well,
him anymore. She's not married to him anymore.
from
Oh, go ahead,
from
Chef.
my experience, in with Sarah in the comments and whatnot, I can kind of take this as her saying this, as true. She's being literal with this. She's not speaking for someone. She's actually speaking from her own experience. I would actually take that from Sarah because of the way she moves in the chat, the way she chops it up in the chat with us. I would
Mm-hmm.
definitely say she's talking about personal experience.
Yeah, that's definitely my interpretation from what I've read from Sarah. Sarah says some real stuff a lot of times if you're looking. I'm gonna say she says some real stuff sometimes if you're looking. Now, what I was gonna say, I think I owe y'all an apology because I don't think I made it clear. When I'm talking about explaining something to a woman about how y'all relationship gonna go, I'm talking first date. The first time we get on the phone with each other, or we meet the first time we sit down and have a conversation, you got to pick right then what kind of woman you want to be treated as. That's when you got to pick. It's immediate. So I'm not talking about something where she can somehow manipulate it because y'all been dealing with each other for 2-3 months. No, I'm saying you got to pick first day. Once you pick first day, that's what you getting. I don't play with women like that. So I can kind of understand what maybe some of the fight against what I'm saying coming from, because I did not make that clear. I'm talking about day one. You got to make a pick. But see, the thing is, black men haven't been taught to do anything like that because most of us ain't got daddies in the house, and we ain't talking to men who done had some experience with wives. Now, a lot of stuff that I say, you will see that married people will agree with because I get a lot of my stuff from married people, y'all. I happen to be lucky enough or blessed enough, really. But for the worldly folk, I've been lucky enough that I did have some married parents. They did go through a divorce. I do understand some of the stuff around the divorce. I ain't get all up in their business like that, but over time you start learning information. And I got a bunch of aunties and uncles that I don't remember when they weren't married. Okay, I literally got some cousins that was married so early in my life that I don't remember them not married. I know it's a particular cousin. I thought she was my auntie for a while because she was married with children by the time I got to kind of realize who she was as a young man. So I'm thinking she one of my aunties, you know what I'm saying? For a good little minute, So I've been around married people my entire life. I never had a problem hanging out with married people. Honestly, married people are a lot more fun than a lot of single people. And I know some people like, well, how would you know? Because I've been invited to places where married people invite me to. And they're fun. Okay. I'm talking about happily married folks. It's a great experience to be around happily married folks. I'm not saying single people is bad, but married people know how to have fun. I'm just keeping it real. Okay. So I'm saying you make a woman pick what type of way she wants to be in a relationship the very first day. Because it matters. And she don't know what you're doing. So she's just gonna tell you what she wants. And okay, you want a partnership? I get what she gonna try to do. I totally get that. But I'm gonna have a conversation with her, and more than likely, I'm gonna throw the whole thing in about dinner, because y'all know what a lot of women want to do. They want you to go spend a bunch of money on them, and I'm gonna say, don't worry about it. Let's go. I got mine. And I'm gonna lead her right into that conversation about, ain't you gonna pay for both of us? And I'm gonna respond with, no, I'm not paying for both of us. You said you want a partnership. Okay, well, I don't want that. Okay, well, you go your way, I go my way. But the thing is, now something happened to her that's unusual to her. It sticks out in her mind. If she goes to the next man, and when she says something about partnership and he starts responding the same way, it ain't got to be the exact same wordage or subject matter, whatever. But you start responding to women like partners, they don't like it. But they get away with it because men ain't putting up no fight against it. That's what I'm telling y'all. You can't expect mainstream media to do nothing about it. You see what they own. You're not going to be able to expect social media to do anything about it. Because this is the thing about social media. The average person on social media, whether they mean well or not, most of their messages come from mainstream media too. So even when they trying, they failing for the most part. There's a lot of people who suck at this stuff that I'm just never gonna point them out as a person who sucks because they just trying to earn some money and maybe they get better in the future. And I, as a grown man, I ain't supposed to be telling you who you're supposed to listen to at the end of the day. That really ain't my job. Okay. But there's people who mean well that do very poor content, in my opinion. Very poor. They
Hey,
do mean
Roger.
well.
Hey, Roger, I don't want to come up and say I'm not disagreeing with you, bro. I'm just presenting like, let's say this scenario, you have a young man, 21 years old, and you have a young, lady, 19 years old. He's like, and he's heard the Roger report. He's like, man, I don't want no partner, man. Well, there ain't no partnership. And he says the same thing. He said the first day they interact with each other. He's like, yeah, I'm not looking for a partner, blah, blah. This is what it is. And she says, you know what? You're right. You know what? I'll pay for the date. I'll pay for the date. And I'm just saying, we kind of present a scenario where, let's say she pays for the date, and let's say they have some type of relations afterwards, sexual relations afterwards. And then he uses the condom can break or whatever, anything, man. I'm just saying we open ourselves up when we want to play. Try to teach these lessons. And then you're wasting time with a broad is no good anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like, I think men should be very, very, very efficient with their time.
Well, you know what? I totally get what you're saying, but I'm gonna say this. At the end of the day, what she picked at first is the only thing you go. Even if she has a conversation where she sees the light, you can't do that with her. That's for somebody else now. If you allow a woman to change right then and there, you already know she'll change at any convenience. People have to learn through the next person. See, back in the day, people would be more guarded. You know what I'm saying? Relationships didn't really pop off like that. Folks was the girls were actual virgins. Things were differently. That ain't the women we running into at the end of the day. We running into women who have all types of sexual experience. Hopefully, is 1, 2, or 3, but you don't know. It could be 1, 2, or 300. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. So at the end of the day, she is who she said she was the first time. Just because you had a conversation, and maybe she actually does change her mind, she still needs to lose that man so she get a lesson. The law still need to be taken. She need to do better with the next guy.
I'm just saying in the in between time, in the interim or whatever interactions he's having with that, you're opening yourself up for
I'm saying
some damage.
after the first day, there should be no interaction because once she said partner, that's all she get. There's nothing else. If she changed her mind that same night, it doesn't matter. You said partner at first.
But why waste your time though with her?
You're not wasting no time if you cut it off the same night. You have the conversation. She sees where you coming from, and you still walk off on her.
So
she
you didn't need no example.
You.
So you didn't need no example. You didn't need to make an example.
You
said no.
The example is so she would start thinking differently, so she may do something different with the next person.
Why would you care about what she's doing for the next person when she's already showed you that? She's already 30, 40 years old.
No. At some point in time, you're with the next person. You are the next person. You haven't ran into a woman who's changed for the next person yet because the men ain't doing it. If the men start doing it, eventually you're the next person. She gonna come right instead of coming wrong.
No, Roger. No. Not if her agenda is locked in and she think this is the way she's supposed to move.
People change when they see what they doing don't work. It's only working because the men ain't standing up to it.
Then we wouldn't be engaging this in conversation if that was really true.
The thing is, the men ain't standing up to it. That's why she think partnership gonna work. She's supposed to run into a bunch of men where it don't work. And then she changes because she's gonna do what works. That is who women are. They change.
No, she's gonna clone. She's gonna shapeshift to think what make a man think that's what he wants. She's gonna engage back into that manipulation. No, she's gonna. You gotta tell her no off top, bro.
She's not manipulating you, telling you who she is. That is not a manipulation. That is her being honest about herself. The
Okay, so
thing
when you
is,
tell her no,
no, hold on. You got
go
to
ahead.
think. You got to understand. Thoughts connect. Nobody's in a vacuum. If
Okay.
the woman tells the truth about who she is, and she starts getting rejected because of who she is, when she's ready to be with somebody, she changes and she goes away from who she is so she can have somebody.
No, she
Listen,
shapeshifted.
hold on, I'm not done. The
Yes, sir.
issue
Go
that we
ahead.
have, is the men don't want to take no stand, so she's not gonna run into men who standing 10 toes down. She's gonna go to the next guy who ain't standing 10 toes down. And because of whatever reason that the guy fold, he's gonna allow her to get away with nonsense. That's why I meet women who want nonsense, because there's so many men who let them get away with nonsense. When they meet me, they expect to get away with it.
So she shape shifted and moved to the next man who would adhere to what she thinks is right and exact.
The
Right?
only reason that man exists because you're not standing on business, as they say. When the
Okay.
man starts standing on business, the next guy she's gonna have to straighten up for.
So she found somebody who she can manipulate.
No. Bro, you're not getting it. Everything in your mind is saying it's dictated by her. You're a
And
man.
I'm saying
Dictate something.
I'm saying no. I'm saying recognize it and say no off top.
You're gonna say no anyway. Didn't you not hear
Okay,
me
so
say
why
that she still
waste
can use
time
you?
with giving her
It's
the
not a
example?
waste of time if you concerned with a community. It's only a waste of time if you only concerned with yourself.
Yeah, but the community, look, man, when we're talking about the community, well, we see what's in the community and
The
we see what
community.
years and years have been with this type of
Okay,
mindset.
so you did something that didn't work. When you gonna do something that does work?
And what works is telling them, no, don't waste your time with them off top.
What the truth is what we have done is nothing for the most part.
Okay.
And when it comes to explaining stuff to women, men have done nothing for the most part. I'm not saying men didn't never attempt, but because of mainstream media, whatever the case is, any man trying to really give lessons to how things are supposed to go or dictate how the community is supposed to go has been cut off in all kinds of ways, even to the point where they shot you. And we got multiple people who've been killed because they tried to make things go right. At the end of the day, we need a collective of men pushing for the right thing at the same time.
But we've had that, Roger, and they just wouldn't. It's a thing of not accepting. I can give you
But the women don't respect a man that doesn't have a spine. They don't even value a man that doesn't have a spine. That's why Roger is right, because like they actually will feel pain from losing something that they actually value.
I got you on that. But what I'm saying is, if we've been putting this, we've been standing in the field in the gauntlet, 10 toes down, and saying this is how this should go, applying correction, but yet that person doesn't accept the correction because they think the way they are moving or the way they're feeling is right and exact. Then no, you have to change it, saying, well, you know what, I'm not going to waste my time with you. It's no off top.
Let me ask you a question, Gold P, because I get where you're coming from, and I ain't trying to disrespect where you're coming from.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna
Yes,
ask you
sir.
a simple question.
Yes, sir.
Whose thoughts are more important, the man's thoughts or the woman's thoughts?
The man thoughts off top.
I'm saying how men correct it. Don't worry about what the women gonna think.
Okay, but I'm saying if I'm applying correction off top, right? I'm saying no, I'm not for a partnership. And it's clear, I make it clear. It is on them to accept that or not. And I'm saying I'm not going to waste my time with somebody who thinks that I'm going to give them that opportunity to manipulate me into
You cannot
the
use the
back
word
door of a
manipulation if
partnership.
she ain't trying to fool you. If you ask her what type of relationship do you want, and she say partnership, she is not manipulating you. She is telling you the truth day one. So you
Okay.
can't
And
use
I'm
the term
saying
manipulation.
no. And when you tell her no, there's no need for example.
I said if you personally want to just say no and that's it, I can't say you wrong for that. But what I can't say is that what I can't allow is you presenting it as if she's trying to manipulate you. I mean, even when I said that whole thing about Dr. Cheyenne Bryan, what I say in defense of her, she told you who she was at the very first beginning. Okay. I'm 30 and above. I ain't never been married. I'm an actual loser out here, and I'm crazy. Okay. When you listen to her conversation, she'll say some real stuff sandwiched between nonsense. She told us day one she was a nutbag.
So it's a no off top. You wouldn't engage her. Why would you engage her if she told you off top how she is? No wasting time.
The thing is, I wouldn't engage her because I heard her talk for such a long period of time, and she fully explained what she was. Now, if I would have been the person talking to her, no, I would have told her a bunch of stuff. If I was the person actually talking, I would have said a whole bunch of stuff to her. It's different when I heard it, so I already know, versus I'm the person she's actually talking to. And because I'm a community-minded person, I understand that I have to sometimes do things for the community.
So you think talking to bras like this is better for the community?
Any woman you talk to, you have to set her straight if she's not straight for the community, because she's gonna go. Because she's gonna go out and meet somebody else. Everybody we get is normally somebody's old somebody. Okay, unless you're talking about your first, and you were there first. Everybody is some other person's old somebody. If every person ain't saying nothing to a woman, which is pretty much what's going on with our community now, she never gets messaging why she needs to be better for herself, for you, for the family. None of that. Women ain't getting those messages, man.
Yeah, but that's what they've accepted, though. That's what they decided to do.
So
not
you are
listen
more
to
concerned with what they think than what you think.
No. What I'm concerned with is how men move. And if men aren't saying no off top, I'm not trying to hear that. Versus
you're not arguing against a no because she's getting a no anyway. You're not arguing against a no.
All right, then there's no conversation. Right.
No, I said that there was a conversation, but she's still gonna end up being a no, because once you say partnership the first time, it's already no. You don't get the change.
Then why give the example?
I guess I brought this back up. I wasn't trying to get into it. I was just saying, like, being efficient as far. I was talking about like the dinner scenario and all that stuff. Like, I can explain to you as far as like, hey, I don't want a partner. Cool. Quick summary. I'm not going out. I don't care if you're paying half or even if you're going to pay for me. I'm not going through. I'm just saying be efficient.
No, I'm not.
That's my only thing.
I'm not saying you wrong if you don't go through the trouble. That's why I said Gold P ain't wrong. But I'm saying if you want to create change, you do have to do something to create a change. So just not saying anything is actually fine for the man to do. But because I want to create change, I'm gonna go through the extra step of making her understand where the no is coming from.
No, Roger, not saying nothing behind it is unacceptable. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I'm not saying that either. I'm not saying I'm not going through no dinner and you know what? I'm gonna pay. I'm not doing all that shit.
Hold on. I am not saying we're gonna make it. We're never gonna actually go out. Y'all listen to what I'm saying. The date never actually happens. The thing is, she said partnership, cool. So now I'm gonna instantly turn it into partnership, and I'm like, okay, well, at some point it's gonna be like, okay, well, we need to go out and kick it with each other. Where would you like to go? She's gonna pick a place. Now I'm gonna say, well, how much? I never really been there before. How much does you know what I'm saying? Just so I know and I'm prepared. How much is it average per plate for a person? Now she'll throw a number out there. We'll say $250 right now. Okay. She may say it's take $250 a person. Okay, cool. I have $250, so we can go. She's immediately gonna say, well, no, I said it's $250 a person, so you'll need $500. Well, you said you want a partner. I got my $250. If you want a partner, I got mine. You should have your $250.
Roger,
is she interested in
Roger?
You? Are you interested in her?
Roger, I'm just saying, I know for a lot of chicks that will work, man, but there's some sophistication these days, man. Their game has been stepped up a little bit. That probably, I'm just saying, I'm not, even if she said, I'm going to pay for it all, I got you. Boom.
No, it don't matter if she said it, because she already said partner. It don't matter what different when she said at that point. It's already over with.
So, Roger, you're not interested in her. You're not interested in her.
The moment you said partnership, ain't nothing actually going to happen between us.
But no, I'm asking you, when you meet the girl, are you interested in her? Or
I was interested at that moment. That can change moment to moment, man. I don't know her nothing.
Okay. Okay,
And the
I got you.
moment she say
Okay.
partner, I'm not interested.
Okay, so you
Okay,
lost
right.
it. So why
I guess
waste your
that's.
time with her?
I guess Raja, when you did you play that scenario all the way out? So what's the rest of it? Maybe I'm missing something.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm
I've done.
dumb.
Yeah, I've done this, and I keep coming to the
No,
same
no,
thing.
no, Rod. Right,
Go
right,
ahead.
right. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying I play the scenario out. The whole thing, as soon as the woman got to pay, she got a problem. And my thing is, well, you said partner, so partners pay. And now she don't want to go out no
Right,
more. And guess
Rod.
what? I
We
don't
do
want to
have.
go out. I don't want to go out with you because you a liar. And that's pretty much how it's gonna come to an end. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I don't want to. She gonna say, "Well, I don't want to pay," and I'm a female, and I'm gonna say, "You said partnership. Partners pay for you. We take care of ourselves at the end of the day." So you a liar, and I don't want to associate myself with a liar.
Why?
I'm
But
just saying,
why
right? What
go
if
through
she?
all that?
I'm just saying, Roger. What if she calls your bluff, though? That's what I'm saying.
There is no bluff to call. When she said partner, she's not. This is the thing. The only way to call my
Mhm.
bluff, she would
It's the
actually have to say. She would ask when I give the example about how much the food gonna cost, and I say I got my
Mhm.
250. The only way to call my bluff is for her to say, "Okay, I got my 250. Let's go." That's the only way she can call that
Right.
bluff.
That's what I'm. That's. I guess that's the scenario I'm presenting.
And so far, ain't none of them ever done. That's all I can tell you.
So
Okay.
you
All right.
lost
Got
None
you.
of
interest in
them
Got
have
it.
her.
Right.
ever did that.
So you lost
Salute.
interest in her once she said partner, right?
Exactly. I'm not interested in no partner.
Okay, so why waste any type of conversation with her?
I'm not
That's your
wasting.
time
I'm
that you
not
won't
wait.
get back.
I'm not wasting it. What I'm doing is grooming a person so they'll be good for the next person coming up. That's
How old
what
is she?
happens.
How old is
That
she?
it doesn't.
What would
That
be the
don't
age?
even make it. That's not. It don't make no difference. At the end of the day,
But it does make a difference
No.
because
People,
if she's
people,
30, would you want her with your 20-year-old son?
people are groomed to be better
And I'm
for
saying she's
somebody
gonna
else.
groom your son.
She can't groom somebody if he ain't gonna go out with her.
Yeah. So
Well,
once again, if he
right. I'm just saying a lot of chicks out here. They have. I mean, they have a little bit of bread, man. Like, not. I don't want to say a lot. Most of them are broke. Like, quite. I see what you're saying with that, but I'm saying let's say you have a younger man, a 23-year-old man. You got a 30-year-old chick, right? And they talk
Mhm.
about this, and she say, "You know what? I got you. I want to. Yeah, let me treat you to. I'm paying for it." When they
Yeah,
step that game, I'm just saying when they step their little game up sometimes just to get their hooks into this younger
yeah.
man.
I,
He's a
I
little
do
more naive.
I do get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, that would be changing the scenario. If she say partner, it's partner. That means every time we go out, you paying for yourself, and she's gonna have that understanding. So the thing is, you can't collapse at you know what I'm saying because she hit you with the well, I'll pay this time. No. We said partners. I'm gonna pay for me. You're gonna take care of you, and that's what we always gonna do it. She's
so
not
do
gonna
you
be
go out
interested.
more than once? Do you go out more than once?
You're not gonna go out the first time.
That yeah.
When the woman hears she's gonna have to be responsible herself every single time, she's gonna lose the I want to go. They don't
So
want to go, bro, because they don't want
Well,
to pay.
Roger, that's a different. You just presented a different scenario there.
No. What I'm saying is make her stick to what she said. If she to hit you with the well, I'll take care of it this
So,
time. I'm just saying you don't know her. Don't trust
what
her like that.
she won't necessarily say this time. It'll just be what's it's
she'll say
already
okay.
understood.
She'll say
If you
okay.
if you stick to the partner principle, all you got to say is no. Every time we go, we'll both pay for
Okay,
ourselves. Let's just do
all
that.
right. That's okay. Okay. That's different, Roger. Okay, got you.
So if she
Every
says that, so
I
she
don't even
says,
think we need to go through all these scenarios,
I
that's
honestly.
my
don't
Like
think
point.
partnership ain't
I
That's
no
don't
big
my
think
deal.
so
point.
either.
That's
Yeah,
my
that's what
point.
I don't
That
think
is
so
my
either.
point.
No, I understand where you're coming from. What I'm saying is, yeah, there is a thing about seeds can grow. You got to put a seed in somebody's head in real time in their real life so they'll have a reason to do something different. The reason a lot of women doing the exact same thing is because most men have done nothing that'll give them a reason to do anything different. We go along with stuff all the time as a collective. We do. When
I
we gonna
agree.
when we're gonna stop going along and start dictating rules? You are the leader, so dictate something. That's all I'm saying. Dictate. You the leader, man. Just start dictating. Well, yeah, I didn't say it on my channel so many times. They've been telling me since I was a child, if you the man, you the leader. So you can't tell me now that I'm adult and I start acting like the leader that I'm wrong. You can't. You've been
And
telling me this since I was a little boy.
Women ain't coming out they ain't coming out their pocket with that money. They might do it once or twice, but they ain't going to do it. If you tell them you want to be partners in half and half, they're going to shut that down and find somebody else.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm just saying. But the one, let's say you go along with it for those 1 or 2 times, or 3, 4, whatever time, one time. I'm just
That's
saying.
why.
I'm just saying. You. Yeah, go ahead.
That's why you have to go with the principle and not do it the one time. You got to just stick with the principle. The principles will help. If you ain't gonna stick to the principle, what's the point of the principle? The whole thing is like I keep saying, women ain't got no standards. We gotta actually have one.
I'm 100% agree with you, Roger. I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm just saying. I think brothers should be very efficient. A quick summary, and we're not talking about no. Yeah, I mean, but I understand what you're saying, brother. I get it, but
My
I'm just
thing
He's trying
is
to
saying.
educate them. Educate them. He's trying to
My thing
educate
is
them.
be mindful. I press brothers to be mindful of their time because you can't get that back. And
Yes.
if it's a frivolous sample example or something, then you wasted your time. You said, okay, you were interested in her first, and then she said partner. Then you lost interest. So if you lost interest, why waste your time even giving her? I know you said, well, she's going to be prepped for the next person. Well, she learned when you said, no, I'm not interested in a partnership and I'm not wasting my time. Then you kept it pushing. That should have been her lesson off top.
I understand what you said, brother, and I didn't say you was wrong. No is good. I told you that, brother. But I'm also saying if you want to create change, you have to change. And
That
guess
is
what?
creating
Guess
change.
what? Guess what? Guess what? With what I see today, I think it's better for men to actually have a conversation with a woman with some form of authority and actually explain to her why she messing up. Because men need to get used to doing that.
I mean, hey, we've been explaining stuff for a long time. Now, I'm not saying not to talk
No. Go
to the
P.
broad. I'm not
Let's
saying not talk to
go
them.
P. Let's be
Go
for
ahead.
real. We haven't
Go
been.
ahead.
We
Okay.
haven't been. As a collective of men, we have situations going on right now. Happy wife, happy life. When a woman's upset, don't say nothing to her. All the different sayings that I heard growing up is all about leave that woman alone and don't do anything to make her upset. So we collectively we couldn't have been.
Well, that was some sucker type stuff. That was some
Well,
suckers to
all
women.
I'm saying is where we are today, I cannot say at this point that for decades now, men have actually been talking to the women because the proof ain't there.
This is why I think that spaces like we have here are so important, because before we can get to codes of conducts, we have to actually deal with coordination. And that's what we're doing here. We're coordinating.
Hey, go Pete. Go Pete.
Yes,
He's
sir.
Roger and he's right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now that is an acceptable answer.
Yes, sir. Hey, I didn't. I'm not giving no pushback. I'm not giving no pushback on that.
No. Your pushback is good because at the end of the day, men still need to also know that it's okay to say no. That's why I keep saying what you're saying is not wrong. If you just say no and don't do nothing else, fine. Okay? Because some men, that's all they're gonna be comfortable doing. But at some point in time, y'all, if we want the community change, I mean, better for the future, we got to do a little bit more. And I'm saying, obviously, there's been a time frame where it's not been us as a collective. I'm not saying it wasn't always me and pushing the right stuff, but at some point as a collective, we stopped. We dropped the ball, okay? Or we dropped the baton. Let's pick it back up. I'm talking about as a collective. Let's just pick it back up. Y'all know a lot of black men just be like, man, I ain't gonna say nothing. Just leave it alone. We done heard that many, many times. Man, just leave it alone. That ain't gonna solve everything. Okay, sometimes we shouldn't leave it alone. I am a man. I dictate what goes on in my community, period. If another man talks to me, we're gonna talk, have a serious conversation because he's a man just like I'm a man. So we gotta hear each other out because we may disagree. But we're the men. If a woman wants to talk to me about community rules, she needs to tell it to her husband so her husband can come speak on her behalf. Because I ain't listening to her.
Well, Roger, I've been saying we've been doing this. I mean, it may not be put out there in the atmosphere or the stratosphere like that, but men have been doing this. Brothers have been doing this, and I'm saying, they just refuse to accept what the correction is,
Well,
and
I don't know.
we can
I don't
hold on,
believe
hold
that.
on, hold
I
on.
don't
We
believe
can't
person to person
hold
we've been
on.
done that.
Hold on. We can't continuously put stock into someone who refuses to accept correction. And I'm saying, look, there's going to be ones who ain't going to make it. And those who aren't going to make it are the ones who refuse to accept proper instruction and correction. That's
Yeah,
just what it is,
but
man.
are you talking about from we've been on social media saying it, or we're talking about person to person? Because I don't believe the person to person thing. I don't believe that at all. Not based on the
Okay.
results I see. I just don't believe that for the last few decades, person to person, men been really coming at women on some real stuff like that. I don't believe that at all because I don't see no evidence of it.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Yeah, on an individual level, yeah, we're not putting in the work.
Yeah, but on the individual level, we're in different states. So, you can only address what is around your immediate circle, or you go back to the social media area. You
Well,
can't,
Go Pete.
say, go ahead.
Go
Go
Pete.
ahead.
If you doing it with the women you around and I'm doing it with the women I'm around, then progress starts to happen.
I
But I'm
agree.
telling you, as a collective, I would never put my money on the fact that as a collective, from an individual basis, people have been applying things like this because I don't see the evidence from a collective standpoint. I just don't. And I'm not
Okay.
going to lie to myself about that.
Okay.
I don't see it, bro.
Okay. Well,
It's not a good thing, but I don't see the evidence of it. You see what I'm
yes, sir.
saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I do believe that a lot of our efforts are subverted from interested parties that don't actually want to see us get ahead in many regards. And it's actually a new phenomena that we got access to these microphones like this. Like before then, it was kind of mostly TV and forms of media that they weren't really necessarily controlled by us. So we're in an interesting new era where we can actually kind of push a lot of these thoughts and ideas to the mainstream and reach more brothers and get things moving.
And my thing is, if I reach a brother or two, they'll reach a brother too, and those people will reach a brother too, and stuff gonna grow exponentially regardless. You know what I'm saying? But we got to be real about what we doing out here. At the end of the day, there are men who've always fought the good fight. But there's people who think I'm crazy because I say some stuff like, I would kill you over my child. And I've seen plenty of people who said, and I've said it in other places too, that I would kill you over my child. And they say, oh, you crazy. I don't understand why you wouldn't kill somebody over yours.
Yeah, I don't think that's a crazy statement.
But there's a lot of folks who will say, oh, you crazy. Ain't you worried about going to jail? You gonna mess around, kill somebody over your kid, then you gonna go to prison. Like I ain't supposed to pick prison if I gotta kill somebody over my kid. Like that's not the obvious choice.
Right. Right. You've accepted it. Off top.
If that's what has to come, that's what has to come. But I'm not gonna put my kid go unprotected. You think prison gonna stop me from protecting my child? You crazy.
Right.
But
You've
people act
accepted the
like
fact of where you're
I'm
going.
saying something crazy.
Right. You've accepted it, and that's what it is.
No, I'm not accepting it because I may not end up in prison. I'm just saying I accept it if it has to happen. But the fact that you would, if the thought process that I might go to prison stop you from protecting your own child, you would nut yourself.
Yeah, that's a problem in itself. Yeah, I'm with you on it.
So I'm saying, bro, there's things that need to be pushed. But me getting on the microphone to say it on social media is one thing. But there does have to come a time where people actually start doing the things. It can't just be me. And that's why I'm saying people have another person that they get to. Because our stuff is so messed up. It's not like young men are being raised at home, then they go out and they meet this virgin woman, and then we get married and everything's hunky-dory. No, you're meeting somebody's old person. The old person should have gave somebody a lesson to become a better person for the future. Once she gets enough lessons, the right guy will say, okay, she's now good enough to be a wife, and he'll take her. That's not happening. what we have happening for the most part is women are in relationships with men and they learn no lesson at all, and they go do the exact same thing to the next guy that they did with the first guy. Because men ain't saying nothing.
Yeah, Roger, but they're the most educated, sir. They're the most independent.
That has zero to do with relationships. Yeah, they got zero to do with relationships.
Hey, they know it all, brother. You know.
But the thing is, they do know it all if we accept they know it all, because we don't challenge them on nothing.
I'm saying don't accept it.
There's nothing to not accept if you haven't said anything.
So I kept my time. If they're the most educated, most independent, know everything under the sun, then why waste my time?
Well, see, the funny thing about that is that a lot of times they'll kind of use that whole canard of, oh, I had to learn and grow and find myself, and that ends up becoming like an excuse to be a 304, you know, because it just kind of like spirals off into
like
that
Miss Bryan,
realm.
huh? Like Miss Bryan.
Hey, y'all, I'm gonna step. I gotta talk to somebody real quick for about 3, 4, 5 minutes. Y'all keep it going. I'll be right back.
I gotta get back to my JOB. So
you gotta go and talk for a second. Now I just said let me
we
get
good,
when I
Roger.
get back,
We
you go
good.
through what you guys.
Hey, Roger, I'm gonna tell everybody how terrible you are, brother. I'm gonna tell everybody how terrible you are.
It's all good. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, give me the quick five. Give me a quick five.
Yeah, okay. Hey, but go ahead, Jado. I think you were saying something.
My whole thing, and I'm not disagreeing with anyone. I was just saying, like, in a scenario, women they adjust and they adjust to things. Like, so let's say again we present with that scenario. Oh, we go out on dates and you're gonna have to pay for, go 50-50 or pay for all of it. And eventually they'll say, you know what, I got to get my hooks in some, man. Maybe I'll pay for a few and see if I get my hooks in him some type of way. You know what I mean? Make him change his mind. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying like, hey, you give a quick summary, like, hey, I'm not looking for no partner, and I'm not even entertaining, anything else, man. And if you get more brothers doing that, then yeah, I think you'll get a change too. But I definitely understand what the brother Roger's saying, though.
Well,
Absolutely.
I'm not saying I don't understand what Roger's saying.
Yeah,
we're just on two opposing sides in certain ways. I'm saying don't waste your time. He's saying, well, give him a limited amount of time.
I think you're right. Like you're saying, like, don't waste your time, and he's saying, I got time today.
Yeah, he said Roger got time. I got time today, and I'm saying I ain't got time.
And I'm saying, like, I'm an old head myself, but like, if even a younger brother, I don't think he should be getting into that, blah blah blah. Like, oh yeah,
Right.
pay for the day this time.
Well, I'm saying, because Roger comes from a community standpoint, right? Well, from a community standpoint, well, I mean, yeah, we have a lot of work to do, which I am in agreement with. And yes, we have to make some adjustments. But it is my position that your discernment in making these decisions and putting your time into certain things is pertinent, because the community can be destructive. Off top, you yourself, let's say you don't have a family, let's say you don't have nobody, but you yourself are your family, you are your own community. Now you have to discern which way you're going to move in your own community, being that you only have you. A lot of young men don't have kids, or they don't have the opportunity because they're too busy moving around learning life themselves. So if they learn off top, hey, I gotta get myself together, and I gotta understand what manipulation is off top. I gotta understand what my time is off top. I got to understand how to move in this world because it is me and only me at this moment. Well, then there's certain decisions that's got to be made when you're moving as a young man, especially in this world. Because what did we see with the NBA players? Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards was a young brother, got caught up by what?
Yes.
Old broad. And
Yes.
I'm saying, you know, look, man, and I'm not saying base our decision or direction off of what celebrities do or what athletes do or anything like that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, you know, young men, young boys have to become men. And when they become men, they have to go through the trials and tribulations of becoming men. And they're going to be touched by many different factors, especially when it comes to manipulation of people who want the manipulation of people who seek to self-aggrandize themselves with their own greed and direction, and they don't
That
care.
was that was an excellent point. There is a difference between an older man, a more seasoned man, a man that's seen more stuff, and then a younger man. You can't really flirt with traps like that when you're a younger man. You'll
Right.
probably run into that.
Yes,
That was
sir.
my whole point. That was my whole like you have these older seasoned women that may have a degree and have some good job. They might be making, high five figures, maybe low six figures or whatever. And you got a young man, he's still in college, so he's not where he wants to be yet. And let's say she's halfway attractive or whatever, but he listened to the Rise report. He's like, yeah, man, I don't want no part. He understands that, but she says, hey, man, let's go hang out. Let's go out for dinner. I'll pay for it. I got you. I mean, these women like seek out guys like that, man. You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
right,
And I think
right.
let's say okay, and I think Roger said, okay, you got to pay for from here on out forever to eternity, man. You got to pay for everything. I don't know if that was said up front at the first. Maybe he did say it, and I just didn't hear it or whatever. But let's say she says, yeah, okay, I got you. I'm gonna pay for you. I'm gonna take care of you. She trying to, yeah, like be his mother in a sense or whatever, and then manipulates him, and maybe he gets her pregnant. They sleep with each other some way, or she does something for him. He actually starts to like her, but she still has this partnership type of ideology in her head, and he buys into it because he spent some time with her or whatever. That's my whole scenario. Like I think you should avoid that and just stay away from her. Tell her I'm
Well,
not messing with
I
you. I
think
don't want to
Roger would
deal
say
with you.
that's very rare. The situation
It
is
is
very
very
rare.
absolutely it is
Yeah, it's
100%.
going to be like eight, maybe two out of 10. That's going to actually. The only
Absolutely.
time you say we're going 50-50, or you pay half, and if that's the way it's going to be, that they're going to go ahead with it. You're going to have to be a
100%.
special guy for them
see
to
what
even
what
go for that.
we've seen, especially in the days of now, is the control of what media says. And if we know a lot of women, especially, pay attention to what's in the media. They're trying to be in the media like that, so they're going to take their cues not only from the media, but they're going to take it from their own surroundings. The women around women. They tend to flock together, right? And they're going to make these decisions. And when they make the decision to say, hey, I can be like her, and her, and in the media is saying, oh yeah, you can get this, you can do that, I can control him and he does what I say. How many of you guys seen the videos where she's holding the frying pan and he was saying something, then he plays it off and says, oh yeah, I was talking about so and so, right? I was talking about this girl, that girl, or my friend's family, whatever. I'm saying, when you're talking about the community and promote, well, that's what's being pushed into the community. That's what's being pushed on a regular basis. That mindset, that conversation, those things. So we have so many lessons out there. There's no way they ain't accepting those lessons or taking those and trying to manipulate them for the younger crowd. Because what is their goal? To gain something that they didn't have.
Okay, now I'm back. To clarify what I was saying was that even when you're talking about an older woman who's trying to get a guy, the guy's supposed to stand on principle. The standard is partners pay for themselves. You pay for your meal, I'm gonna pay for my meal. I pay for my movie ticket, you pay for your movie ticket. I pay for my day at the fair, you pay for your day at the fair. Whatever y'all got going on. So the woman can offer to say, hey, I'm gonna pay for it because I got it that way. I'm an older woman. The thing is, you can't accept the offer because you gotta stand on principle. At the end of the day, she already picked partner. If he listens to the Roger Report, it's dead right there. You're not
Hey,
going to go out with her because she picked partner in the beginning. So there
hey,
is no
Roger.
going out.
Not to cut you off. I gotta go. I just looked up at the clock, man. I gotta go. So
Are you trying to save yourself from this whooping I was about to hand out?
see, man. Hey, look, I've
I'm
been jumped
playing. I'm
before.
playing.
I've been jumped before. It ain't nothing new for me to get jumped, man. You need people to jump me.
No, I'm just playing. I'm playing.
But hey, look, I gotta go, man. Hey, I appreciate the conversation. I love the back and forth, man. Hey, you guys keep doing what you do, but I gotta rush out, man. Dang. All right. Hey, you
I
guys
do
be safe, man.
you think.
All right, bro.
And
I
shout
gotta
out to
go.
Inspire True Broadcast who had to go too. So shout out to them. Hey, shout out to Mrs. Z who had to go. Okay, you know, somebody else that was up here. I don't know, but I think that was it. I think. Oh, shout out to AL. He was here early. Shout out to him. And AL, if you listen, oh no, I got you. I'm because I don't think AL got his wrench yet. So I got you, brother. I got you. Probably after the show is over, if you don't make no more comments. What I'm saying is, women are gonna try to manipulate a situation if they believe there's room to do so. The issue is, even as a younger man, there is no room. When you asked her what she wanted, she said partnership. It was a dead at that point. The thing is, you can't go out with her because you have to go with the standard. The standard means I'm not messing with her like that. It just is what it is. You know, the only thing I can, and I told you, I done told this to women, hey, the only thing that we can do with each other based on the stuff you saying is you could just be somebody I have sex with from time to time. That's it. Do you want that? Because we obviously can't have no relationship. We too far apart. The thing is, a lot of men, we haven't been trained that it's okay to turn down a broad. She don't actually matter that much. There's one woman that's really going to be significant in your life, and that is your wife. So turning down a bride don't really mean nothing. We just don't get that because we in search for manhood through women. What does a woman actually matter? It ain't really that much from a human standpoint. Who cares? Yeah, my wife gonna have a great deal of value to me. How many wives do I plan on having? Now I know people done been divorced and remarried, but let's keep it real. How many wives do you actually plan on having? Nobody's really planning for 2, 3, and 4 unless you doing something on the poly side. You ain't worried about that. So at the end of the day, if you stand on the principle, there is no you get to take me out and you pay this time because I don't trust you like this. See, I can do that with my friend and he can pay this time and I'll pay the next time because I trust him. I don't know you, so I don't trust you like that. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you some room because you're a new person, but I don't trust you like that. No, I'm going to pay for myself. You're going to pay for you. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to go somewhere we both can afford. Now, the whole thing is, well, I can afford to do way more than this. Well, if you want to kick it with me, you're going to kick it where I can afford it. If that's too much for you, she already telling you she don't mess with you like that anyway.
Hey, Raj, I mean, I definitely understand principles, brother. I'm just saying, with that last part you just said, that's the only part I kind of disagree. Well, yeah, man, I have a different perspective. Let me say that. No, even if we going Dutch on this stuff, no, we're not going out. But I get it though. Brothers have to make that decision for themselves. But I get it. I 100% stand on your principles, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, the thing is, we're not actually going out. I'm just talking the talk. That's we not. Well, she said partner. We're never going to actually make a date. The date never
right?
going to
Okay,
actually
okay,
happen. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
The whole thing
Okay,
is to drop the seed in the woman's head. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying the issue is other men have to be able to do the same thing. And where we have a problem today is other men don't want to do it. Other men sell themselves short over pussy. I'm just gonna say it like that. We sell ourselves short over some pussy. And unless you a pimp, pussy don't really amount to about nothing. Truth be told, pussy costs money. The time it took you to go over there and pick her up or just go smash or whatever, you could have been doing something far more productive with your time. So pussy costs, period. But a lot of us, we sell ourselves short only for some pussy. You know, at some point, man, we got to want more than pussy at the end of the day. And I'm saying that's our own situation that we control, that we can actually fix. You know.
Yeah, that's you have no argument on that for me, man. I agree 100%.
Shout out to J Dub. He said at the Roger Report Live, A. Evans got his wrench already. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Cause he the one started the whole thing about get your wrench in July. So y'all, if y'all ain't been here to get your wrench, or you've been listening to Cloud, you ain't said nothing. You supposed to have a wrench. Say something so you can get your wrench. Real talk. Okay. Say something so you can get your wrench. Okay. Or don't be mad at me because I forgot to give you one and you ain't. Yeah, I said get it in July, y'all. We getting through July, so say something and get your wrench. Okay. If you're supposed to have one. All right. Shout out to Sarah B one more time. She said, but I don't want to go to the Waffle House. We gonna end up on World Star. Well, if the Waffle House is all I can afford, then the Waffle House is where it's gonna have to be. You know, not that we gonna ever actually make this date, because we're never gonna make this date once you tell me partner. The thing is, I'm just saying men have to create an environment where women actually feel a loss at some point in time. So when they all, whatever we say, when it all gets said and done, we're not actually going to go out because you want a partner and I don't want to be one. Okay? That's how you can treat a woman like a partner immediately. The stuff I'm saying is just examples on how you can treat a woman as a partner immediately, and she ain't gonna like it, and she ain't gonna want to be involved. But I'm not giving her another option. You don't get to be somebody else. You said partner, that's what we rolling with. Now you don't like partner because you don't want to pay for this, you don't want to pay for that, you don't want these responsibilities. Ain't really nothing we can do with each other. And she may hit you with the, well, nah, I just didn't understand. But you got to go figure it out with somebody else. That's it, man. Because she see you how she see you. And that's something a lot of men haven't accepted. Women see you how they see you. You know, if they see you as a hunk, they just see you as a hunk. If they see you as a lame, they just see you as a lame. It really don't make no difference what you got going on. Because somebody could be a quote unquote hunk, but somebody else say he's a goofy to her and she don't know you. She already see you as a goofy, even though she would normally see you as a hunk had she met you on your own. If y'all was just in the street somewhere and came across you, she would have been very much interested. But somebody said you were goofy, and now she look at you in a negative way. And unfortunately for women, they choose to be stupid in a lot of scenarios. So you just a goofy to her. My thing is, I ain't gonna worry about that as a man because your opinion to me don't really mean much to me anyway. But if we act like women, we care way too much about what women think of us. Notice women care a great deal how people look at them. Now, my thing is, it's good to be liked, but it ain't necessary. And that's real talk. That's why I talk about being the ruthless nice guy. I come off as a very nice person, but if I got to get ruthless at any given point in time, so be it. What you think of me after that? Man, I ain't even got time to concern myself with that. But I do want to drop seeds in women's heads so they will have a reason to start to change. I don't expect nobody to change instantly. That's why I said it's about dropping the seed. Somebody telling me I can change right now is a liar. Can't none of us change immediately like that. We humans ain't made that way. We just not under our own power. We can't just change like that. Change is something that happens over time and with growth. So you can't change with me and just be a whole different person. And I know you can't, and I'm not finna pretend you can do something that I know you can't do. But you know what, y'all? We 3 hours, 47 minutes into this. So y'all done got 47 minutes of some great overtime, if you ask me. I am not saying Gold Professor is wrong. Any man who say that's enough and no, hey, to me, that's a good beginning. Truth be told, because a lot of men ain't even doing that much. Real talk. And I hope some of y'all can start being the examples of what's going on, or you can tell your sons, and maybe your son will become the example. But I got to say, shout out to my main man, Roastmaster One, who dropped the $10.57 cash app. So he hit me with the Trail Bentley tax. Appreciate that big time, my brother. Appreciate that big time. You know, he says great show. and I appreciate that big time, brother. I really do. So, Tana Runner, any last words you want to drop in? You ain't said nothing in a while. You want to say any last words, my brother?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
All that food done messed me up, man. She done fed me too much.
That's what I'm talking about, Tana Runner. That's what I'm talking about. All right, Gold P, any last word? If you still
No,
there,
sir. I'm good. I'm good.
okay.
Go ahead.
Jado, any last word from you?
No, I think we covered it all, man. I think maybe I presented an argument or whatever an aspect that wasn't even needed to be presented, or maybe because I misheard some things. But I agree with standing on your principles 100%, man. That's all I got.
Well, we do got to be ready for all things. So even if it came up, we got to think about stuff because I ain't gonna come up with everything on my own. So we got to be ready with that stuff. And at the end of the day, somebody was gonna need to hear that anyway. So sound good to me. All right. Well, that's it from us today. I'm gonna talk to y'all backstage, of course. If anybody belong in the backstage crew, come on back. We'll be there for a hot second. So Floyd Thompson say last cash app. Okay, hey, shout out to Floyd. Okay. Floyd drops some $5.57. So shout out to him for the Trail Bentley tax, also for the cash app, and he says no partner tax. I'm rocking with that, y'all. I'm rocking with that. So Floyd has the last word. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day. Long live the habitual line steppers. I'm Roger. I'm right, and I'm out.